Hello YouTube! Welcome to Pokemon Dungeons & Dragons. Our game takes place in the scenic and wild Laris region, home to some of the world's fiercest professional battlers, as well as some of the most caring trainers. Whether it be for fun, sport, or fame, battles are abundant here in the Laris region, and the League Challenge is available to anyone brave enough to battle all 8 Pokemon gyms in the region. Let's meet our players and heroes. Tia, playing as Phoebe Wilhelm, with her Sweenub Nubster, and Centret William. Joel, playing as Milo Rooter, with his Murkrow Monty and Ladybug Violet. Jordan, playing as CJ, with his Totodile Crash, and his Mankey, Bang. Kelsey, playing as Tegan McKinley, with her Rockruff Koa, and her Miltank Moana. And Ben, playing as Bentley Woods, with his Magby Mortar, and his Yanma Evinrude. As our heroes awaken from another long night on the road, CJ is overcome with the desire to explore his surroundings.
We're all awake at this
What are
point?
we doing right now?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll say it's more.
We're playing now?
Is that what we're doing? We're jumping right into it.
Yeah, we're jumping right in.
So what are we doing?
With morning time.
Yeah, we just woke up.
We're at that
Are
fork
we
in the road
doing-
and we have to go, I believe
Yeah.
it was to the right, because that's leading to the next city.
Correct.
So then
Yeah.
we'll
But-
go on the
Fancy
one
pants.
week
I
one.
don't know how far it is.
I
3
actually-
days.
I actually kind of
There's only 2
want to
days
look
and 3 days.
around.
So we've already done a day, or it's
No,
3
we're at
days?
the fork in the road and then it's 3 days from there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we got a ways.
So 3 more days.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, God. Well, on that note, I kind of am interested in looking for a Fampy. I don't know if any are around, but I imagine that we were talking.
Before you leave
This
the
would be-
mountainside,
yeah,
this
this
will be
would
your
be the
last
place
chance
to
for
look.
a long time.
Well, I can send up Evan Rude, and he can do a perception check, because he has advantage on that because of his compound eyes.
Okay.
So I don't know where we are relative to the mountains anymore.
At the fork in the road, I believe you guys are like a quarter mile away from the mountains.
You know that?
Yeah, sure. So I'll send out Yanma. Evan Rude, I need you to do a perception check and see if there's any Fanpy around there, like little elephants.
Sort of goes. Sort of
That's
buzzes.
not gonna
wings.
do it. Oh, I have
Advantage,
advantage.
thankfully.
Yeah, well, no, it's still not gonna do it. 7.
Okay. Evan Rude just sort of zips up into the skies, flitting around nervously, just sort of like up, down, high, low, side to side, all around the mountain. After about 20 minutes, he just sort of flits back down to you and just goes, just kind of shrugs his little Yanma legs.
Well, I tried. It's on to you to
feel like,
find
yeah,
your own.
I want to like go over there and check.
Go for it.
Not-
Alright.
Yeah. He's new to the squad. He's probably nervous. Didn't do a good job.
Do you want to back up?
I mean, if you guys want to come,
I say just holler at us. We'll be
Yeah,
cleaning up tent.
I'm
I'm
good with
still
that.
salty, so
I'm good with that.
I'm not coming.
I'm fine
I'm
with
not
that.
trying to die.
Send
too old for
Moana
this
into
shit.
I
battle.
am too old.
Me,
No.
me and Crash are gonna head over to the.
This one?
Yeah.
You're not taking
yeah.
Bang?
Well, I have him in my Pokeball
Oh,
for him. He'll be in my backpack until I need him.
I'm gonna call Yanma back
Okay.
after these
so,
failed
yeah.
perception checks.
I'm gonna go do that. Me and Crash are gonna go off.
Holla if you need us.
Will do.
Okay. As you head your way towards the mountains, go ahead and make a perception check. You're looking for those Fampies.
What is mine? 7.
Okay.
Another 7.
Nope.
A little ways into your travels, you hear a very low growl from a nearby bush.
I don't think
Yeah,
elephants
that's definitely
around.
not gonna be a Fampy, but
If it's a dog, I want it.
You just said you were out.
Alright, I'm gonna.
I don't have Pokeballs to save any of my babies, so I can't do
You
anything.
do though. I
Pull out
thought
one
you
of
had
my
one.
remaining
I don't have any.
rocks
She
Okay.
forfeited them. She said I
And
know.
throw it at the bush.
Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and roll
think
an
first
attack.
session I
An
don't.
attack?
I
Yeah.
just
Oh,
said
snap.
it.
I don't know.
That's an 18.
18
Oh,
hits.
hello.
Go ahead and roll a
Dang.
d4.
Wait, he's just straight up attacking. What was it?
I threw a rock in a bush.
Oh fuck.
1.
1. Okay. You hear a "Oh!" and you hear a series of larger growls and howls from the distance.
Fantastic. Can I see what this thing is yet?
You
Did it
see
come
a
out of the
very
bush?
small, dark shape and a little puff of flame in the rocket.
It's gotta be a Growlithe, right? No? What is it?
Maybe
think
a
it's a
hound or
hound.
two.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice.
Really?
I'll get one. That'd be
Oh,
sweet.
that'd be kind
Frick
of cool,
yeah.
actually.
Here.
All right.
I think
You hear
honestly,
a low growl. The rest of you in the distance,
hear the howls.
make a perception check.
Oh man, I was
Let
gonna
us
say
see.
if
Yeah.
we hear that, we're
Probably
for
don't
sure
hear
going
nothing.
over there.
Who? Moana? She gets to
20.
do it?
Just you. Just your peeps.
20.
Because your Pokemon are aware of
7.
it.
15.
What is this? Perception.
Perception.
15.
Okay. Everybody with a 15 or higher, you hear a very subtle off in the distance where CJ was exploring.
Well, that's not good.
No.
Agreed.
I can't
I'm
hear
not
anything.
saying this because I know it happened, but he probably threw a rock at something. Because that's a very CJ thing to do. Regardless.
I'm assuming Crash and Bang are at your side.
Bang's actually still in his Pokeball.
Okay.
Crash is with me though.
I think we should go check on him after yesterday.
Go
Agreed.
ahead and roll
Are we going
initiative,
balls to the
CJ.
wall?
Are you
Everyone
coming
out?
with us?
Me or Crash?
No.
Probably just
Okay.
Crash,
Okay.
but
So
you
how
if you
far
want
are
to.
we from CJ right now?
About a quarter mile.
Oh,
Five for Crash.
Right
So
over.
we're gonna run that way.
Yeah.
Tegan's waiting behind.
I'm staying at camp. Aren't you good?
Okay.
Why?
Phoebe's just running back to you.
I'm concerned that it's gonna like call in a bunch of Houndoom and it's just gonna ruin
Okay.
our lives.
Top of the round.
Tell me
As
about
you
it.
sort of stood holding another rock at the ready, you've got Bang's Pokeball at your belt, and Crash is just sort of like looking around nervously with you. You see 3 small black shapes emerge from the woodworks. They appear to have what looks to be like a skull down the front of their bodies, and they have like exterior ribs, and they're just sort of huffing and puffing fire. One of them looks to the figure to its left and takes a bite out of its leg.
What?
What's its ability?
What? What? Is it? The ability is eating
Fuck you
people?
up.
No, I think it would get a boost from like taking damage, so they like hurt each other to
Oh,
psych up.
6 son
God,
of bitches
that's
just biting.
morbid as hell.
Dark one.
I'm at this point. It's just
Yeah, this is
under
happening.
everyone's
Okay.
blankets crying.
Um,
So squad.
You watch as the fangs just ignite with fire as he bites into the other one. And it doesn't wince in pain, but its eyes just glow red. And it locks eyes with Crash.
Fucking sick. Crash
So
is
Martyr
like,
is gonna be used.
Crash is like, oh, what is this?
That is a 13 to hit Crash. I don't believe that'll do it.
Nope.
As the
Oh, Crash.
newly invigorated Houndour takes a leaping bite towards Crash, Crash just sort of scraps and rolls out of the way as the Houndour meets nothing but air, and it sort of ignites the surrounding air around where Crash just was, but a moment before.
Sick.
That brings us to Crash. So you have a mildly wounded Houndour, you've got one that's fresh and ready to go, and you get another one that's still kind of making its way out of the bushes.
Okay. Crash is gonna try to bite the one that just came at me.
Okay.
What's that? 17.
That'll do.
I'll do take it.
If it did, I'd 100% catch that.
7.
7. Big hit. Okay. As Crash, seeing the wound, goes in for a bite in the same spot, and he just sort of sinks his maw onto the back flank of this Houndour and lets out another enormous howl. Does Crash want to move?
I don't like the amount of noise that it's making.
Yeah,
It's making me super nervous.
He's gonna move. So the 2 are probably there. The one that's close to me that he just bit, he's gonna like kind of come back and circle back towards me.
Okay. Stand in between
Keeping
you.
the one that he just bit between him and the other 2.
Okay. So it's you, Crash, the one he bit, and the other 2.
Yeah.
Perfect. That brings us to the third Houndour. Holds still and just howls.
Oh,
Very loud. And you watch as its pupils kind of dilate as it's staring at Crash. It just howls loud. You guys hear another enormous roar in the distance. And it sort of echoing and bouncing off the peaks and valleys of this mountain range and coming back to you louder. You're like, I'm not so sure about this. The one that initially bit its friend, its eyes also are sort of dilated, and it comes in for a just bite on Crash.
Okay.
That is a 10, so that'll miss. As he goes in to bite you, just
The fastest
nothing. Crash is just out of the way, and the Houndor is just wild-eyed, just like flicks its head over to lock eyes with Crash again. Its eyes just dilated. You can see its pulse is racing, and it's like
Pull out
furious.
my ice skates and that's really down
Oh,
some
would you look
ice.
at that?
Brings us to the second one, who's been bit
Bitty.
twice.
Not
That'll not do again.
yet.
Crash is just a tuck and roll expert today.
Crash is really enjoying their brand of
Yeah.
fighting, and he's hyped by it.
The ignited Houndor, for lack of a better
Let's go!
For real, though.
goes in for a bite, just flames dripping off the jowls, and Crash is just ready for him. He just clocks him in the jaw when he comes in, and just sort of like has him bite his own tongue.
Yeah.
You know, lets out a little yelp. That brings us to Crash.
Was the one that just came at me the one that I bit before?
Yep.
I'm gonna try to bite him again.
Okay.
Oh, that's not gonna
It
happen.
looks so nice though. Guys.
7.
7 will miss. As Crash goes in for another bite, this wounded Houndor with fire and rage in its eyes just sort of rolls out of the way, taking a page out of Crash's book and just kind of like tuck and roll, dodging out the way. That brings us to the final Houndor. That'll miss again. Crash
That is
just
so lucky.
Crash's practice with that wrestling is just
Really paying off.
he's just redirecting, keeping himself in between the Houndors and CJ.
Yeah.
Let's do the one that seems to be kind of the leader type, the one that bit its friend. Comes in for a Fire Fang.
Snap.
I am the oldest.
Once again, Crash just kind of like pats him to the side and gives him a quick elbow to the ribs and goes,
Let's
go
go,
away by.
Crash.
That brings us back to the one that is ignited and bleeding pretty heavily from the Crash bites. That'll do, finally. One of them will hit you with a Fire Fang. You take 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Or Crash does, rather.
Right.
Crash takes 6 points of fire damage as the ignited Houndor just sort of sinks his teeth into Crash's leathery hide. That brings us to Crash.
What's his point?
Alright, so there's 2 by me now.
Yes. Well, it's the same one. Two of them have just missed. The one that you've hit is the only one that's hit you.
Okay.
Time out.
I'm just coming for him. Oh. What is that?
Is it good?
No, it's me.
Okay, okay.
13.
13 exactly hits.
Oof. Oh. 9.
9. Boom. With one decisive bite, Crash just brings his jaws down on the neck of this Houndor, and you hear a soft crunch as the Houndor just goes limp in his jaws and falls down.
Throw a Pokeball!
Crash is hype.
Crash!
Pokeball, it's dead, it's
Amber
dead.
ball, but I'm-
You severed its spinal column.
He doesn't have one.
Use it.
God damn it!
You get to borrow one from me.
I
Then.
know!
Okay, let's cross him off
Yeah, I
the
was
list.
stupid and didn't think about that.
Brings us to the third Houndor, which is now the second Houndor. Coming in for a bite. That'll miss.
Nice.
As the jaws clamp down, Crash just sort of flings the limp corpse of the other Houndor into the jaws, and they kind of tumble backwards together.
Let's go.
That brings us to top of the round is the other Houndor. Going for a bite, another miss.
Yeah.
Cannot roll
around.
anything today, and that's okay. As Crash just sort of quick punch under the jaw of this new Houndor, and he's just eyes just glaring at him.
Ran away.
Just can't quite land the hit. Back to Crash.
So the one that just tried to bite me, I'm gonna go after that one.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to bite it back.
go for it.
No, that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, well, it's a 9.
Oh, is it a 9?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay, 14.
14 hits.
Yeah.
Good save.
I thought it was a 6.
Oh,
Let's go! 9!
9.
God. Crash is ready to go!
Okay. Crash seeing an opening, now that 2 of the Houndor are kind of like tangled together, one of them being unconscious and bleeding out. sees the leader just sort of right in front of him and just quick bite to the front of its shoulder. And it just sort of starts limping in front of him. You see he's favoring the front right leg.
Suck it.
The other Houndor will spend its turn getting up, untangling itself, and then trying to bite you. Missing again.
Yes!
If I
Crashes in pieces.
I need a camera of how many times I roll a 5, just in a row.
Taking one hit.
One hit.
He's taking 1 hit. And that brings us to the leader type that's been struck. Misses again.
Oh my god.
As he's just sort of limping towards Crash, Crash just opens his jowls again, and the Houndor just kind of leaps back in fear. And it's back to Crash.
Yeah, Crash is gonna dive at him and try to bite him again.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh.
Damn it. Not that time. It's a 7.
7 will not do. I need to roll a death saving throw for that Houndor. Oh, 18. Now he rolls well.
Damn it.
It's 1 success. Okay, so that brings us to Mr. Gimpy, as I'm going to call him. The one who's kind of like hobbling on his leg. That's a 3. As he comes in for a bite, Totodile once again, just ready, tumbles out of the way, whips him with the tail.
Yeah.
Crash is just playing with him at this point. He's been wrestling with Bang long enough.
Maniac.
He's going right now.
Crash is ready. Top of the round. Going for a bite. 19, that'll do.
Yep.
So 22 to hit overall. Bite does 1d8. You take 3 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as the Houndor's teeth just sink into Crash right in the tail that he just used to whip, and Crash is almost just like laughing at this point. He's got like a wide smile on his face. He's just having fun. That brings us to Crash, who's got a Houndor just sort of bit into his tail.
Yeah, he's gonna turn around and bite that one. Where is he? Yep.
Voice.
22.
22 hits.
Just barely misses.
6.
6. Okay. So you've now got 2 wounded Houndors. As the one that's biting Crash's tail is sort of flailing around trying to like rip it off, Crash just turns around and goes, no, and just bites him in the neck and kind of flings him backwards. He's like, and just sort of flies backwards. Yeah. That brings us to the one who's limping on 3 of his legs. Comes in to bite with another 19. Da-da.
Yep. We're starting to get it together.
Here comes the Fire Fang. That is 1 point of fire damage.
Oh.
It's good. So 1 point of fire damage from that one. Top of the round. Coming in for another bite, going back for the tail. Seeing it had a little bit of success there. Natural 1.
Ow.
As he goes in for the tail just whoosh, right in the eyes, and he's kind of like, oh god.
Houndors stink.
You sure you want them?
Put an asterisk next to that one, so he's been whipped in the eye. Crash.
The
One's
one
been
that,
whipped in the eye and is
the
kind of
one-
blinded.
The one that he just whipped in the face, he's gonna try to bite.
Okay. You have advantage on this attack. He is currently blind.
Let's do this. That is gonna do it right there.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
That
Get
was
that
a
crit.
Unnatural 20.
It was a 15.
And
It was
yeah,
a 15.
it was a 15 to hit, so
Okay.
20.
Yeah, that'll do.
Unnatural.
Yeah.
9.
You leave him with a negative 1 hit point.
Let's go.
And emotional damage.
Okay. Seeing the leader type down, this wounded Houndor in front of you just lets out one final howl and begins to run.
No.
Oh.
Oh, man.
But can't you catch the ones that are down?
If he had Pokeballs.
Crash wants that last. He wants
Crash
to go
could
3-0.
chase him, right?
Yeah. Crash
Not
can
that
get
I-
chased.
Wrestle him to the ground.
Crash just wanted to go 3-0.
Because the Houndor that's running from you right now is limping.
Yeah.
He's limping
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Alright, Crash is gonna go after him.
Okay. He easily catches up to
Moving
those.
That's a
targets.
bad idea.
I
He's
always
not there.
bad.
Going in for a bite.
Okay.
Nope.
That ain't good.
8.
Okay.
That ain't
As he
good.
sort of dodges, the Houndor looks back and just in terror tries another quick bite towards Crash.
That ain't good.
That's an 18.
Yep.
That's not good.
That's 3 more points of piercing damage.
Here comes a dog fan.
You know when an animal's most dangerous? When you call it.
Top of the round, death save. That's a failure.
What's that?
He's pale.
Death save.
My ability.
That is a success.
What, 24?
So there's
8.
one that got its neck snapped that's trying to like do death saves.
Both of them that are unconscious are currently doing
Okay.
that. That brings us to Crash. You've got one that sort of tried to bite into Crash, and he's limping away.
No, I'm gonna still try to get this guy. Crashes about it. He's like, they hurt me. I'm gonna take him out. So Crash is gonna get after him and go for another bite.
Okay.
And that's gonna
This
hit.
many left?
How'd you do?
21.
Nice.
6.
6. Once again, you leave him with -1 hit points.
Nice.
How does Crash want to do this?
Got
He's got a limping Houndor that just bit his tail.
So where is it?
It's currently like kind of biting onto his tail and trying to pull away. It's deciding if it wants to try to fight you to the death or just run.
In its indecisiveness, Crash is gonna kind of whip his tail, sort of sending it up in the air.
Okay.
He's gonna turn around, bite it on its leg, and slam it onto the ground.
Okay. Crash, seeing the wounded and limping Houndor just bit onto his tail, flings him up, does a nice little dive tackle, bites into the back leg, and just kind of learning from Bang a little bit already. Just sort of brings him down hard on his side, and you hear a
death roll.
as the Houndor has the wind knocked out of it. Let's go, Crash!
Are you gonna do it?
1v3. Well done, sir.
Awesome.
Very well done.
Now that battle
Savagery.
is over, how long is it gonna take you guys to get here?
Yeah, so where are we now?
You guys are
That's it.
about a third of the way to where you need to be.
God damn it.
At this point, it's going to come down to death saves and fails.
So yeah, you don't know we're even coming yet.
Do I have to like revive it in order to get it in a ball, or can I just throw a ball
Just
at
throw
it?
a ball at it.
You just throw a ball at it.
But do I want to use the amber ball?
That's the
I don't
question.
even know if it works.
I know.
It'll work.
Oh God.
Mom's a pro. It'll work.
What is
Not
the
that I would
likelihood
know
that if I
one
wait
way or
for
the
them
other,
to
it's
show
not
up,
there.
they'll be
The
back up
question
and
would be
running?
like, if we had someone in
You
it
can make a
already.
medicine check and kind of see how they're doing.
Hilarious.
Well, that would
Okay.
be weird as
I'm gonna do
Well, because
that.
he picked off a guy and was like on the ground.
It would be funny.
What are you doing?
Oh!
Nope,
oh.
that didn't go well at all.
What happened?
What'd you do?
That
Did a
was a
medicine
5.
check, so I rolled a 5.
5.
I rolled a 2,
Okay.
but I got
These Houndors are knocked the F out.
as far as I'm concerned.
As far as how they're doing, you have no idea.
Yeah.
You just know that they are unconscious.
I mean, they're not just gonna straight up disappear. I'll be able to throw it at them if I need
Unless
to.
they die.
Yeah, if they die, they die.
You can
Ivan
always, like,
Drago.
find some rope or something.
No.
Just tie 'em up.
Tie him up!
Because then they'll still die.
I mean, that's the Tegan method of catching Pokemon. When you
Where are
take
you
out
at right now?
balls.
Can you tell me where you're at right now?
Dragging them in like a
On death
sack.
saves?
Yeah.
I'm done making
No
death
other
saves.
option.
Are they all dead?
With a 5, I can't tell you.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you this much. 2 of them are still breathing.
Okay.
Can someone do a telepathy?
Two of them
Perception
are still
check.
What did it? Can
breathing,
I
meaning
perception
that one
check and
is
like
not
look at them and
breathing.
see what they look like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus,
Great, one
Crash.
died.
Nice. So that's
22.
22.
Okay. The one that you had initially watched Crash just sort of sink his teeth into and you heard that little crunch and snap, that one is still barely, like, very shallow breath.
Okay.
Covered in blood and a little bit singed. The leader type that was sort of barking orders to the other two is currently laying completely still. And the one that Crash had been chasing looks like it's doing relatively okay. It's unconscious, full of bite holes, but it's still breathing.
The leader one, like, completely still, like, not breathing completely,
Completely
still. Oh, fuck. Bye.
Pokeball opens.
All right.
right.
What's the status on them? Can I hear them or anything?
We'll say they do eventually make their way up to you.
And there's the Houndors are still asleep?
There's
or?
no change.
Okay,
2 of them are
cool.
unconscious, 1 of them is not breathing.
Hey, does anybody have a Pokeball they want to not use and
What
give it to me
happened?
instead?
This shit's crazy!
Crash is a mofo. He's fucking badass, guys. He took it. He took these dudes out.
All three?
It wasn't even a problem.
All three?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like
Holy cow.
like he was laughing while he did it. Like he was.
Crash is still kind of like stomping around.
He was
like,
fully. He was so ready. Like
Well,
one
he's-
started to
he's-
run away.
he's
Like he
wrestling
took
with
down
the
2
dead
of them.
one.
A third
Ah.
ran away, and he was like, "No, I got this," and he took him out.
Holy cow.
It was
That's
amazing.
crazy.
It was amazing.
And you're wanting to catch one?
Yeah, I feel like Crash very much enjoyed how they fought. They had some interesting techniques, and it kind of hyped him up, and I think that's why he did so well. So I'm interested to see what that does on our squad.
Well, I've got 3 Pokeballs. You could borrow one if you want to try and catch one.
That'd be fantastic.
Thanks.
Just don't miss.
you have the one that you gave chase to
Right.
with the kind of busted leg. You've got the one that just got railed
Who's
couple
the
times.
one that bit the leader to power him up?
The leader's the one that bit.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was the other order.
And the leader's dead. So, well, he appears to be dead. He's not
Phoebe,
breathing.
does
Yeah.
that one look dead?
I'll go
Oh,
check it
yeah.
out. I'm eyeballing
Is there any
Crash,
like
"We should
differences in
walk
how they
over
look? Or are they all pretty much
They
the
all
same?
look pretty standard.
Are they all pretty much the
what
same
check
size?
is this?
Medicine.
19.
No, 20.
20.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20? He is perfectly still. There is no breath, no
tiny
heartbeat,
pulse in his
no
little
tiny
paw.
pulse. He's still very warm, but there is no pulse.
Is there a significance in size between the remaining 2 that aren't dead?
The one that's got kind of the gamey leg looks kind of runty.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the other one.
Okay.
The ones that's covered in blood?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, it's just full of
The
holes.
first one that
Full
yeah
of holes.
The one that barely is stable.
yeah the one that I fought first and took out
Well,
first.
hole.
So it's the 100 and the 10.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And screw it up.
Throwing it right at him.
There you go.
73.
73 will do. As you walk up to the unconscious and bleeding Houndor, and you just sort of. It just goes right into the Pokeball. There's very little resistance. And the ball just sort of.
Are you going to try to catch
Seals.
the
Thanks, Manly.
Cheers, mate.
I'll get you back.
First full team.
Alright.
First full
Well, he's
team.
getting that. Are you going to try to catch the rat?
No.
Full dog
No?
game.
You changed your mind?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You.
She's not a dog.
Peach. It's got 4 legs.
She's got
I know, but she's a baby. I'm not
She's
counting
a
her.
dog.
I'm not
Come
counting
on.
her. She's a baby.
Nah, I already have a fire type, so I'm trying to think of like team synergy, and also Crash did a number on these things.
Yeah.
He's very pleased with himself. If you can't tell, he's just jumping
Dude,
around.
friggin' 1v3. I was like, you gotta send out Mankey.
Nah.
Now we're chill.
Crash was hype. He's like, what did they do? What did they do? Is that a thing you can do?
You're no?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to try to catch the rat.
Are you?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Get after it.
Because I think that was, from your stories, that's pretty cool. Also, it kind of sucks that one died, so let's not split the pack and we can do some sick
I
combos.
think that's fair.
If Violet and Koa can do some sweet team-ups, then our 2 dogs can
That
do
was
some
that
sweet
was a
team-ups.
pretty sweet team effort.
So
How
that's-
many Pokeballs do you have? 2?
I have 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm down to try to do that.
Get him.
Given that this thing is almost deceased, I don't think you need to roll very high, but
74.
Yes.
Is that what you roll?
I rolled
73.
73.
Oh.
Very close.
I'll do you one better. Literally.
Alright, you now have the runt of this little pack.
Cool.
Currently has a busted leg.
That sounds like a Mila Pokemon too, so.
Crash, high five, dude.
Alright, so,
So dope.
now we have to backtrack all the way unless you want to keep looking
Oh, yeah.
on the mountainside for things.
I don't know. At this point, I'm pretty content.
Do you want to try one more time before we really go at
I
it?
mean, we might as
I
well
mean, I'm
when
gonna
we're
have
here.
to borrow more stuff, but
Because
sure.
we're not going to be here for...
Well, if you find what you want, you said you'd from that.
True. I guess that's true. All right, I'm gonna do one more perception check. See if there's any little
Hey, Scott,
elephant
let's
dudes
see.
stomping around.
Okay.
22.
Okay. You don't see any Fampi. You do see 3 very large golden colored birds just circling overhead.
But
What?
Vultures!
Any other information there? What do they look like? Just they're too
Could
far
I-
away to see.
could I
Just
do
They're
like
kind of
a-
like silhouetted against the sun,
Oh, okay.
oh snap!
but you can see they have very elongated beaks.
Probably fear that.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna go after the corpse here.
Probably.
It sounds like.
Yeah,
So
that's
we-
not.
we
They're
have some-
too. Those are too beasts.
Natural
If they're
order
fear
of
of.
We just back
things.
away.
Yeah,
Let
if
nature
they're
take
fear
its
of, they're
course.
too beast. We should probably get moving because those things are gonna come in at some point, and I don't think we want to be here when they do.
Sounds
also-
like a plan.
I'm also worried after all of this that's happened, we should not keep the group split for long.
Yeah, let's roll. Let's go find
Who knows
out
what they're gonna call it here?
Tegan's doing.
Yep.
Hiding under pillows.
So you guys make your way back to where your camp was made. You see all of your tents have been cleaned up. Tegan's is still fully built, and she's sort of hiding in her tent,
Hold on, I didn't clean that.
buried under pillows, with Moana just sort of like clanging a bell in front of her,
Ding, ding, ding.
with Koa just kind of hiding his little nose under his paws.
That's cute.
Are we gonna get moving towards the Alluvia
Yeah, let's
city
take
town?
the branch on the right
place.
and keep on walking.
Let's do it.
Waka waka.
Okay.
I'm gonna send out Bang so Crash and Bang can talk about what happened.
Okay. Crash is kind of
Dude, voices are
like, and Bang's just like,
Yes.
At the end they kind of high five each other,
Let's go. It was
and
so
they start
sick.
wrestling as you guys walk down the road.
Yes. Yes.
So hyped.
So sick.
Crash still having some bite and singe marks in his tail and other places.
That's about right.
Okay, as you guys make your way down Route 103, I need one of you to make a group perception check.
Do it, Tegan. Do it, Tegan. Do it.
Do it.
Do it, Tegan.
Tegan's just in the back.
So irritated all the time.
That's
There we
good.
go.
Let's go.
What is
Unnatural
it?
20.
17
No, no, no,
plus
no, no,
your
no,
modifier.
19.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, as you guys are walking down the,
Butterflies and rainbows and nice things.
as you're walking down the road, you hear,
God, I hate you.
and you look up and you just see hundreds of small pink spheres with little green like helicopter blades. Hundreds of hobbits.
of them.
Just they're about 6
so
to 8
happy.
feet off the ground, and they're all just smiling as they all just like rotate and tumble down the lane. Some of them are just like tumbling in the wind as they just blow by the road.
Amazing.
They stretch on for what looks to be miles.
Holy shit.
Hundreds of
Hobbit.
We just run through with like a tent and catch as many of them as we can.
Holy!
That's a Team Rocket scheme.
It is.
We're gonna catch all these hobbits. No, they're needed for the natural order. Release the tent.
It's like a real life ball pit. We're just like,
Oh gosh, they're so soft. This is amazing.
So it's up to you guys if you want to try to press on through or wait for them to pass.
oh, my allergies are terrible.
Bentley's allergic to hoppits. There's just
Bentley would
hundreds
be
of them.
allergic to hopping,
It
like
changes
big
his
time allergic.
accent. Look at all the hobbits.
Oh my god.
Oh, my allergies, they're terrible.
He's congested.
So bad. I got the sniffles.
What do you guys think? For miles? I don't think.
It looks
like
to
a
be
whole
for
thing.
miles. It's like
you can't see
Go
through
swimming.
them.
it's about as
6
far as
to
you
8
can see.
feet off the ground.
Yeah.
We just walk underneath them.
Just, let's
Yeah,
make a
you
ladder
could.
of ourselves and just walk through it.
No, just walk underneath them.
Yeah.
That's one way of doing
Literally,
it.
let's all stack on each other's
Yeah,
shoulders.
Let's all just walk underneath them. They're
us.
6 feet off the ground. No. We're gonna build a giant robot person
Love
and
it.
just walk through them.
Such a good idea.
See all of their happy
Yeah.
faces.
So you guys can walk underneath them. They kind of like black out the sun.
Army
underneath,
crawl?
but-
That's amazing.
I mean, from our experience, they seem extremely
nice.
docile.
They're super chill.
Yeah.
So I'm.
As you guys sort of debate and stand in front of this swarm of hoppips, you watch as Crash's tail slowly starts to heal over.
Oh, sweet. That's
Good.
interesting.
Oh,
The
they've got
Wolverine.
healing abilities.
Are those things healing him?
Let's walk through them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. At this point, I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting better. Why
Let's
would
do
he
it.
keep getting
Skip
better?
together
Under.
through all of them.
Under.
Yeah.
They're over.
Or
our
touch
heads
them.
anyway.
Can you touch them?
He said
Yeah.
6 to 8
Yeah.
feet above the ground, and none of us are 6 feet.
You might have
it's
to jump a
happening,
little
We're
bit
just
to
walking,
touch
so
them.
let's
Yeah,
just keep walking.
absolutely.
Okay,
Let's
so
go
just
through
keep
it.
walking.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys walk through, you watch as as Crash and Bang are kind of like scrapping with each other, the wounds that they're giving each other, these little bruises, are just sort of like very quickly mending over.
So immediately, I want to send out all my Pokemon.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Well,
Should I
Tegan's
do that?
are out, so would Koa now be
Well,
healed?
Koa's already maxed
You doing that
out.
with your Houndour too?
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought he was
Okay.
still hurt
I'll
from
do
the
it.
No,
great
we
thing.
all moo mixed. So
Yeah.
we're all.
Oh, you're
We're all
right.
full
Yeah, I
of
forgot
it.
that.
I'm gonna
But
send
I
out
have 2 deaths.
my Houndour
so I
too.
can.
As the unconscious Houndours hit the field,
Yeah.
no change.
Oh.
Can you, Phoebe? Can you try to stabilize them real quick so they're like on their feet, and then maybe it'll help.
Do the medicine thing.
And help him with his hours.
Listen.
12.
Why'd you make it? That's not that bad. It's like
was a
middle of the
one.
roll.
She rolled single digits, and that's why she was like,
Okay.
"Meh."
There's
Distracted by all of these.
yeah, it's kind of hard to see. They're blacking out the sun for the most part.
I got a flashlight.
So you're in like full on shadow. These 2 Houndours are letting off a very dull glow. So you can kind of barely see around them. You see they're very battered. Whatever they went through with Crash, they have not recovered at all. As you guys continue, you watch as a few of them are sort of shooting seeds out of their mouths to sort of like lift higher up, and then they just sort of buoy and see their way back down. They kind of like dip into the path and they're like, hello. And then they go back up above just the sea of Hoppips.
That's so awesome.
One of them floats down very close to Moana and just like shakes off a little bit of powder in front of her, and it kind of like sparkles, and then it just sort of like drifts back up into the sea of Hoppips, and Moana's like, ah, and like reaches out and tries to grab some of the powder.
Can I do a history check to try and figure out what the heck all of these Hobbit are here for?
Yeah.
It's good time.
20. You don't know.
No, 9.
Do you have
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
big
yeah.
clumps of Hoppip tend to stick together so that they don't blow away. But if a sufficiently strong wind blows through, the whole cluster kind of just gets uprooted from wherever they are, and they tend to just stick together. So
it's windy.
they're kind of just hanging out together.
I thought that they were like sporing and reproducing and stuff like that.
Is
but-
Crash gaining any HP from this, or is he just healing? Like it's just
Just purely
exterior?
aesthetically healing.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
And
Specifically in the spots where he's kind of singed,
Mm-hmm.
those spots are kind of like remedying.
So outside of the Hobbit above us on the road, what else can we glean from like what's around us?
Well, they can. They're, like,
There's
flying
not a
in the
whole lot.
sky.
Well,
They-
we can look like side to side, not like
Yeah, you see like side to side, you see some broken trees to your left, and the mountain way off in the distance to the right, but it's just
No more mods.
Okay.
Let's make a butterfly catcher.
You want one?
I don't want one. No.
Okay, well, we'll keep going.
we already had this discussion. I tried.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like.
You guys walk for a few minutes, and then the hop-ups start to get a little more sparse, and you can start to see the sun again.
Okay.
Yikes.
Hopefully it's not because something's there.
No, you're kind of just reaching the edge
Just
of the swarm.
hundreds of them clumped together. and-
Sick. Well, that was an interesting experience.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
cool.
don't think I'll ever forget that.
My
Having
nose
made
is
your
still
way through the
stuffed.
hop-ups,
I'm gonna call my Houndour back and that's Pokeball.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
do something.
you guys recall your Houndour.
Monty and Violet are still out there.
Okay. Just sort of flitting beside you.
Yeah.
Okay. As you make it to the edge of the Hoppip swarm, there's just a few scattered Hoppips here and there. Well, maybe 3 or 4. There's a very tall and skinny tree blocking your path.
Oh my goodness.
Kelsey, it's pseudo.
Just
The
one-
tree
It's
the
just
tree
looked
one.
at.
Just one singular, very tall, very skinny tree.
Unless it's
I don't
not.
want
Just a cut tree. We
Just
can't
cute
get around it.
Unless
Yeah. Can I do a perception check to see what it is?
Who's got
It's a tree.
Is it just a
Just a
Very-
tree.
It's a very tall and skinny tree.
And it's blocking our way,
Seems to be.
Like what's
Sort
on
of-
the sides of it.
Nothing.
so we can walk around the tree.
You could try.
Oh.
Interesting.
it's gonna punch you.
Roll a rock.
So I
Look at it
I
first.
can't perceive what it is, but
You-
it's a tree, but it's a skinny tree.
you
but
can
can't
look
walk
at
around
it.
the skinny
Just
tree.
roll-
Perceive at it. Just
Throw
perceive
something
at
in
it.
its
See what happens.
direction.
Perception check.
16.
Solid.
Okay. You see a very tall and skinny tree.
Wow, really?
So it's right in the middle of the path.
Dead center of the path.
You can't walk around it?
Super weird.
Like
It's
very
go
odd.
into
ungrown.
the.
Yeah.
He said we
no.
can
You said
try,
no,
but
but
it
like
sounded
instead of like
ominous.
going like right directly around it, could we go back into the forest and like cut around it and
Is
just
there
completely
anything on
avoid
like
it?
either
said
side,
no.
even off the path?
just
Because that's
kind of
gotta-
open grassland.
It's just
One
a tree in the
single
middle of
tree.
the
One
the
singular
wouldn't grow
tree.
there.
Might.
How tall is it?
Throw a rock at it.
Probably like 8 feet high.
I said that. I said
8
roll
feet
something
high.
near it. Maybe it'll move.
It's a tall, skinny tree.
Throw a rock.
A few scattered branches
Throw
growing
it.
off it.
Get William to throw a stick. He's got some. He has to. He's stolen something.
All right.
Let's just keep moving.
I have a
weird
small
tree.
pebble.
It's just a
All right.
tree.
Okay.
I can throw a pebble.
Throw
Is
the
all I
pebs.
have.
Okay.
Are you gonna do it? You just
Yeah.
want you
Whoa, whoa.
I'm not gonna throw it
Hold-
at
hold.
him.
Just
but
near
near
it?
him.
Okay.
Group,
It-
group decision, I think.
No. Okay.
What-
Tegan doesn't care.
we could
What
still
the
do
group
it,
decides,
but like,
she's gonna throw it.
what's the decision here?
Just keep walking. It's a tree.
Okay.
So we're walking
Or
around
if
the
you want to
tree.
throw the pebble, throw the pebble.
Well, we were talking about throwing something and no one had anything, and I just
I'm weird.
It's weird that it's in the
There's
middle
a
of
tree in the
path.
middle of the road.
Yeah, it is weird.
Who does that?
It's not a tree.
It's
something.
odd. Let's just whatever. It's a tree.
All right, let's go around it.
Looks like a tree. Smells like a tree. It's probably a tree.
Talks like a tree.
If it's not a tree, we'll deal with it.
So are we just walking around it?
I
And I'll
guess.
just sniff it.
Like close to it kind of deal?
Start heading.
Like
towards
super cautiously?
Yeah.
You want to go towards it, or do you want to just like flank around it and not even mess with it?
Grab one of the hobbits.
I'm gonna throw the pedal and just say, run. Just run.
Are you okay?
Just run.
Are you gonna throw it?
Jesus.
No.
Just roll the
Group
pebble
sense
over
no.
there.
You do it. If you
No,
want to
throw
do it, do it. I'm for
I
it.
didn't say no. I just said like let's make a group decision here because I don't know.
I'm not gonna put people in danger if it's gonna kill someone. We can walk around it. I'm fine.
I guess that would be Tegan's mentality at this point.
Yeah.
Do we want to like split around it?
No. We should
No,
all
we
stay
should
to
keep
one
everyone
side.
together.
Okay.
Left's always best.
Left is best. That's it.
5-10 feet away from the tree. We're gonna
20.
go off the path
Off
to
the
go
path.
around the tree.
How curious are you?
I'm not that worried about it. I think it's just a tree.
So you're gonna stay like
Let's
5 feet away
get
from
some
it and just walk
tape
around
and
it?
some
Sure.
sticks.
It's gonna be
and just
funny
get
after we
something
talk
and
about this
stick
for
it.
40
And
minutes, and he's like, it's just a tree.
Let's go.
Alright, let's
Oh
go.
my
Let's
God.
go. Let's walk.
Okay.
Let's walk around
Can I
it.
get a marching order?
What?
Who's going first?
I'm in the middle.
I'm gonna say that I'm closest to the tree because
I would-
I'm clearly the least
Yeah,
worried
I think
about it.
CJ's first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sucking wind from my allergies, so I'm probably lagging behind.
I think Tegan's the furthest away
Yeah.
based on that
gonna say-
conversation. Probably CJ, me, Phoebe, Bentley, Tegan.
Okay.
I'm
No,
gonna
no,
say
no.
Crash and Bang are like a little ways behind us.
Okay.
Like
They're
they're not.
wrestling.
Yeah, they're not. They're not paying
Wrestling.
attention to the tree. They give no fucks about the tree.
Just kind of wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys are flanking around like 20 feet away?
Yeah. He's a lot closer.
I'd
But,
say
like,
I'm closer
call
than
it
that.
10.
I'm
with
still on the
with
path.
5
Like how
people,
wide is
we're
the
like
path?
in a line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
we're going around it, he's the closest to it.
We're one
Tegan's
side
the
of
furthest away.
the
Tree,
the
us.
Okay, and you're kind of doing one of these.
Yes.
Okay. As you reach where the tree would be,
What?
nothing
What?
happens. And you
What
just
did you say? Would
walk
be?
around. When you're on the same like X line as the
Oh.
tree,
I was like, did it
nothing
move?
happens.
Cool.
Alright.
You guys
Run.
are just off the path around the tree.
Alright, we'll go back around to the path.
It's just a tree.
Keep walking.
You continue.
It's just a
Just a
fucking
tree.
tree.
It's a tall, skinny tree.
What the hell?
Well, this has been thoroughly weird.
Can I
Yeah,
check?
it's a
Can I
weird
check
tree.
if there's any like vegetation on it, like berries and stuff?
Sure.
Good call.
Ah, come on, rolls forever. 9.
Is that
You
a
just
good idea?
see a couple branches, a few green leaves growing off there.
Okay.
No discernible
No fat,
marks
no
on
face, smiling at us.
It's just a cut tree.
Just a tall, skinny tree.
Just gonna cut it down, but we walk around it.
the tree. In the middle of the path. There's no like plaque or like carvings in the tree or anything.
No.
Just a tree.
Just a tree.
That's what I
Listen, it
thought.
was just a Marie.
It looked like a tree.
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Do I have to roll to see like what's ahead of us, or can we just see what's ahead of us?
You can see what's ahead of you. The path just sort of continues and sort of veers off to the east.
Okay.
Keep following the road.
Yeah,
Do we
continue
yeah.
down the road, I guess.
Sweating bullets after that marine.
Hey.
We're getting freaked out at trees.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I mean,
It was a
better
tree.
to be on guard than
Yeah.
not, I guess. But
I'm super on edge. I'm not trying to die.
yeah, well, we almost did with the freaking Mareep. Just a tiny sheep.
The
that
Mareep.
wrecked our lives.
Yeah,
And
those
then a
sketchy.
tree kills us. Then
That would be so terrible.
Like all of us in a line walking,
It
just
just
falls
boom.
and crushes us all. And that's the end.
Oh,
God.
that would not be good.
Okay.
Well,
Keep moving.
Alright, keep going.
Holy cow.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys press ever onwards.
The tree follows us.
No, The tree stays exactly where it
A
was.
tree was a tree. We
Guys,
established
guys,
that.
It was
Still
just a
paranoid.
tree.
I'm on edge.
It's just a tree.
Oh my god.
Just in your sleep.
I really am. I just don't want to
How
die.
long have we been walking now?
Probably, we'll say a couple hours. It's just past midday.
I'm pulling Bang back.
Okay.
Oh,
As Crash and Bang are kind of rolling together, you're kind of just like back.
It's time.
And Crash just sort of lands like on all fours. Just like what? What?
We just need to chill, bro. You already battled enough. I
Kind of
think- I
stomps
think
around
you're
with you a
fine.
little bit.
You're fine.
He put Banky in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put Bang on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys continue ever onwards on your path on Route 103, see another tall, skinny tree.
God,
Oh,
these fucking trees.
How
I'm gonna die
heavy
out
is
here.
Crash?
I need some pills.
How what?
Some
How heavy
Xanax or something. Jesus.
Crash
These
weighs
fucking
probably like 30
trees.
pounds. He's a dense
I
little
need some
back
bad
there.
mushrooms when we went to go help CJ.
Yeah, Tegan just starts dropping fucking psychedelics, and the trees are like, "Hello! Oh fuck, we can't go near the tree."
It's just a tree.
Yeah, you guys don't know what I was doing.
Dropping acid in the tent.
We can't go near the tree, guys. It talks.
What are you on about?
She's experienced some shit. This tree is a tree, guys.
I want to see if there's any berries in this tree
Okay.
Berries.
for a 7.
Right, you can't see.
I'm the
anything.
finished berries. I was gonna say the berry
Can we
person
get someone
should
with
do
better
it.
eyesight,
Berry
please?
aficionado.
With the
Oh! Unnatural 20.
Okay.
There are no berries, it's just a tree.
There is a singular, small oranberry
Orange berry.
at like the tip of this tree.
It's an orangeberry, guys. I'm gonna say hello to the tree.
Okay.
Hi, tree. Everybody's freaking out, thinking you're not a tree. Just for fun.
Because Tegan dropped acid in the tent. We established that.
Did anything happen?
As you say hello to the tree,
Oh no. Maybe
it drops into a defensive stance.
Let's
Oh my
go!
God.
I knew it.
Why are you talking?
And it leans down and it holds out a branch like this to you.
Hi.
It just sort of bows its head.
Okay.
The tree burps.
Hey,
And says,
so
"Excuse me."
Maybe you should ask him for the berry, not just
Yeah,
take it
just-
now.
Kind sir,
yeah.
can you give us the berry? That's me asking.
I think it's his berry. Why are you trying to take his berry?
Well, she asked.
Sort of keeping its hand held out, reaches up, and sort of tumbles the berry down
Oh.
its another hand
Here you
towards
go, food.
Boom.
Making eye contact the entire time.
If you eat it, you're mine. You're my
What
slave.
a nice treat.
Thank you, tree.
It holds it out specifically to Tegan.
So is this?
Oh, it's a
I'm gonna
tree
take
that
it.
likes to eat it.
Okay.
But is it? Are we thinking it's this one, the cute one?
Yeah.
Thank you for the
I'm
very well
gonna take
taken
it.
update.
Okay. It hands you the berry,
It's a tree and it likes
and it just sort of drops into a very deep bow.
Oh.
He likes you.
Rock star.
He totally likes
No, the tree just sort of bows and stands back up and just goes back to kind of like statue tree pose.
Thanks, man.
Wild.
This is awesome.
Cool.
All right. Well,
Do
I
you want anything
don't
else
wanna-
of it?
No.
You gonna invite him to join you?
You want to come with us?
It just sort of like sprouts its two little legs out of the ground and it just sort of kind of jumps up and clicks its heels together.
That's a yes.
Oh, it's a jolly
That's a
tree.
yes. He totally he likes you. This is
I
amazing.
don't want him as a Pokemon, though.
What? He's a trees. He did a heel click for you.
So cool.
Whatever. He's chilling with us now.
All right, new order. CJ, Milo, Phoebe, Bentley, Tegan, Tree. Let's go.
Yes.
The tree just sort of holds out a branch for Violet and Monty to land
Oh,
on.
nice.
Sick, they do for
Sort of
sure.
reaches out and Monty just flits up there and Violet just sort of like climbs up the side and he just sort of goes and lands on him.
That's awesome. I send out Yanma to take a
Okay.
seat on the branch.
Yanma flits out, he goes and holds out another branch for him.
Oh my goodness.
Yanma just sort of flits up and lands and the tree's just like, oh.
It's like
Oh, I mean, I have to throw out Bang
God.
now too. Bang has to come out too.
Okay.
now.
As Bang appears, he sort
Weigh
of
this
goes,
dude down.
oh, and he holds the branch down that's got Yanma on it, and he offers it for his tail, and Bang just sort of like wraps his tail around and hangs up. He's like, oh.
This guy's amazing.
So cool.
Just sort
Yeah.
of waddles alongside you guys for a little bit.
Man, Pokemon are cool.
Yeah.
Sudowoodo the whole time is just like,
The whole time in
Just
amazement.
marveling at his arm Pokemon.
yeah, just sort of flitting around at his branches. At one point, Monty's on his head, and he's just like, oh wow, just blown away.
Amazing.
So cool.
That's great. Well, continue down
You
the
should,
path.
you should travel with us.
Sudowoodo.
Trey.
Yeah.
Tree just goes, oh.
I think that's the only thing he can say.
He's just
It's
so
his.
happy.
It's
he's
his.
so
I am
happy.
Groot. It's just. Oh.
He just goes, woo.
Woo.
Yes.
Yeah. He just sort of waddles alongside you guys for a while. After like 20 minutes of whoa, you watch as the tree just sort of stops, takes a side step off the road, and just sort of plants itself.
Oh, that's not.
And you can see somebody walking down the path.
Oh.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
All right. Let's.
I'm gonna go hang out with my tree friend.
Yeah. Should we hunker down with the tree and wait for the person to come?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
down
gonna
with that.
We'll just sit next to the
Cuddle
tree
with
and
the
wait
tree.
for the person to walk by.
Okay. You guys just sort of sit near the tree. You can hear very quietly as Violet's sort of skittering on his back. He's like, oh.
This guy's amazing.
As the you can see, it's a woman is walking towards you. She's got long blonde hair. It's sort of pulled back into a big red beanie. She's wearing a long red coat and some very tall black boots. She's walking alongside a little Meryl who is also wearing a little blue beanie.
Cute.
And they're just sort of waddling down the road.
Cute.
She's holding a notebook and she looks like she's sort of drawing or like writing something.
Who wants
Yeah.
to say hello?
Cute.
Baby.
Hi.
She kind of goes, oh,
How far are we off
Hi.
the path?
like Sudowoodo took like a step.
Oh, okay.
He's
Okay.
like
Okay.
maybe 2 feet off the
Oh,
path.
okay. How's it going?
She's like, pretty good. What are you guys doing out here?
We're on our way to Alluvia.
She's like, oh, okay, rad, I get it.
Are you from there?
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm coming from. Not originally, but yeah.
Nice. Who's your buddy?
She goes, oh, this is D. And the little Meryl just goes, woo! And the little tree goes,
Scared.
The tree wants the marrow.
I'm scared.
Give him
It's
a
water
ball.
type.
What's your name?
she's like, Eliza? What's, who are you guys?
I'm Bentley and I have allergies.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There's I'm Milo, by the way. We just walked through a swarm of hundreds of hoppet. Poor Bentley apparently is allergic to their spores.
I like aggressively blow my nose.
She's like, oh, geez. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, you hear their powder can be a little hard on the senses.
It's aggravating my lungs terribly.
Are you drawing in your notebook?
She's like, yeah, I draw and I take notes on kind of what D and I have seen
Nice.
as we go.
On
What
what?
have you
On
recently
what D and I
seen?
have seen.
Oh, on D. Okay.
What have you recently seen?
She's like, well, I keep seeing these trees in the middle of the road, but
They're super nice. We have a friend right here.
she's like, oh, a planted tree? The tree kind of nudges you with its knee. It's like, oh.
Oh, alright. Alright. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Tegan really likes trees.
Yeah.
We've been like seeing the trees too.
She's like, right on,
She
right
had a
on.
rough day.
It's cool. I get it.
Rough life.
She's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that was internal.
How far? Do you know how far we are from Alluvia at this point?
She's like, D and I have been walking for a day and a half.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Go down by you guys.
We're closer than I thought we were.
yeah.
Where are you guys
Cool,
headed?
cool.
She's like, well, I don't know. Just sort of wherever the wind takes us.
Cool.
You're a hobbit.
Subpoint. We're coming from Oriander, and they were recently under a pretty big,
Yeah.
I guess you call it a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
So I would not go there if I were you. I was about to ask if everything in Alluvia is okay, because we were so sketched out about what happened there.
Okay. She looks at you and just goes, oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that. No, Alluvia's been great. Everything's fine there.
Well, that's good.
She's like, yeah, I just, D and I just got the badge from there.
Oh.
The Pokemon gym.
Oh, what can you tell us about the gym leader?
And
She's
then he
like,
sneezes into a Kleenex.
And then his voice is back to normal.
That's your cue.
she looks at you and just goes, Well, you know, with the trainer's code and all that, I can't really tell you what to expect.
Oh.
Snap.
Bollocks.
She goes, but just be prepared. It gets breezy in there.
Hey, summons.
Hey, Macarena,
Is D
alright.
your only Pokemon?
She goes, oh no, D's just my traveling buddy.
Oh.
She makes the nights a little less lonely.
Righteous.
I like it. Her beanie.
What Pokemon do you have?
She's like, oh, I have a Girafarig
Oh, sweet.
and
Nice.
and an Ariados.
Wow.
Nice.
Dang.
Phoebe has PTSD
Start
flashbacks.
sweating.
She's just like, are you okay?
No, I almost died.
Oh, from an Ariados? Oh, I'll keep him away. It's fine. A lot of people are afraid of bugs, so he doesn't see the light of day too often, but that's okay.
How long have you had a Girafarig?
It's like, oh gosh, like 6 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you remember where you caught him?
She's like, she goes, yeah. There's a Girafarig, sort of like sanctuary, I guess you'd call it.
Ew.
Long way away from here. It's in a town called Nutri. She goes, yeah. I'm originally from Mayburn, but that's just a short ways south of there.
Okay. Always liked Girafarig. I like the idea of riding one, so I didn't have to walk so much.
She's like, yeah, it makes the journeys a lot quicker when D gets tired. We just sort of ride the Girafarig around.
Great idea. You've just solidified my desire. Well, cool. Thanks for the intel. I don't know, does anyone else want to ask anything? I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
What path would you say is the best for beginning trainers after Alluvia?
Yeah.
She goes, well, you've got 3 places you can go. You could take Route 104 up to Xantha.
Xantha.
You could take 106 to Fola, the capital. Or you could take 105 to Wadalonga, if that's more your speed.
None of those make any sense.
Why would it be more my speed?
Just kind of a party town. I don't know.
Well, I am 12, so I like to kick back a couple of whiskeys, if you know what I mean.
She just goes, oh my. Well, that is more than I
Don't
needed
joke
to know.
in character. So are we continuing on down the road now?
Yeah.
That's the question I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, which ways go what? Like, what is 104 north?
You're killing it, bro.
Thank you. Question.
She's like, which ways go what?
Like, is Xantha, like 104, is that the north road? Is it the
She's
south
like, yeah,
road?
104 is mostly north. 106 is northeast, I think. And 105 is just straight to the east. That'll take you to Wadalonga, and then you can take that south to Ambercrag.
Okay.
Cool.
You want to go home?
Gonna need a map to figure all that out in my
Yeah.
brain.
I'll
but-
also re-ask when we get to town. I'll be confident.
Yeah.
Thank
Like
you
it.
for
Yeah.
all your time. I hope you and Dee have fun with the horde of Hopper you're going to run into.
She's like, oh, I can't wait to draw that.
It'll be really cool. Cool. Peace out.
She goes, bye.
Bye.
She's like, what was that?
Bye.
Bye.
Just reiterating.
We're all going by. Peeps. Woo.
Good cover. Good cover, bro.
Tegan, poke your tree friend.
He's awake. He just
He's awake. He's just
Yeah.
he's hiding.
That was a snore.
Tell him we're going again.
We're getting ready to leave.
He's still got it.
Let's go.
Udo.
Let's go.
What's up, Udo?
It's on.
Alright, let's keep traveling with Udo.
Yeah, let's cover some ground here. We're a day and a half out. We can probably get there pretty swiftly.
How fast does he walk?
He's keeping pace with you.
He's gigantic.
He looks like he's walking a little slower than usual just to match.
But his strides are bigger.
He's also a little
6
weighed down
Pokemon.
with all of his friends.
Yes, all of them.
He's
All of
all
them.
roots.
Udo.
He sort of like staggers back and forth with every step. Cracks the earth with every footfall. He's just so heavy now. As you walk and talk,
Sorry.
Moana sort of pokes her little head out and just goes, moo, and he goes, woo. Woo, and just sort of hoists Moana out of the backpack, kind of like Simba. She's just like, moo, moo.
The sick of
And he's just like, ooh, ooh.
Perfect.
Oh, he loves her.
Aw. I don't need another rock one.
He'll carry her
What a
for you.
precious little dad.
As
He's so
Koa
Yeah.
just sort of nervously like hops around its feet, is like, please don't drop Moana, please,
Just like
please
hopping
no. It's just like, ooh, ooh. And he just stops walking and kind of kneels down and is like, yeah, ooh, ooh, Wudo.
Come on, Wudo. And keep moving.
Just sort of like slowly gets back up and walks like really slow as he's like
Being careful of the baby.
just back and forth very slowly. Moana kind of starts to fall asleep.
Oh my
so
He
cute.
can carry her
gosh.
while you battle.
I don't need another rock Pokemon.
Well, what if
I
like
have
he just
two dark
travels with
types.
us? He could just be a
I don't-
tree.
I don't want him. Thank you guys.
Hey, Wudo, is there anything that we need to be wary of going down the rest of this path?
He just sort of looks at you and just goes, with his hands full, he's like,
Where's Moana in all this?
Don't know that.
he's just sort of like very slowly,
Doing
Like-
what he needs to do.
yeah, just kind of like
Okay.
holding Moana in one arm and just kind of like,
Interesting.
So yes.
Probably.
Something. Who
No is
speaks?
a lot easier to communicate.
Get one of your-
I don't
right?
speak tree,
No.
so.
and then he finishes it off with a,
Circle?
Okay.
and then just goes back to holding Moana.
So for the camera, Sudowoodo went like this to like symbolize a circle. I don't know what that means, but potentially something to look out for, I guess.
Crappy Trappertons.
Or would that be a
I don't
trap?
know. That's just what I think immediately.
Okay. I guess I'll keep moving with Wudo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, as you guys carry on with Wudo starting to lag a little ways behind as he's walking so slowly.
I'll be
Holding
lagging
Moana
behind,
with all
walking
the
with
all the
Wudo.
bugs
Alright.
and flying
Let
type
me help you
Pokemon
out,
and May.
Wudo, and I'll call back Monty and Violet.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull Bang as well.
As you pull out Pokeballs, he goes, ooh, ooh. Just sort of like shelters Moana and is like, ooh.
Oh.
And then just very nervously as Pokemon start disappearing, he's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And he hands Moana back to you and just plants himself. He's like, ooh.
Oh, he's
Aw.
afraid of Pokeballs.
He's fan of Pokeballs. And I don't want him. Enough. My God. She wasn't meant for you.
Oh. That's what he meant.
Probably.
Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Probably.
Getting caught.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
afraid
Is
of
there anything
that.
we should refer? Don't go in the ball. You never come out.
It's this weird warped reality. You just die immediately. Don't go in the ball. Well,
Does he,
I
is
definitely
he-
won't catch him now.
If
but-
we
Yeah.
keep walking, is he not following us anymore?
He remains planted.
Okay. Just walk up, give him a hug.
Yeah.
Say, thanks, Wudo.
Sort of like pats you on the back a little bit.
Aw, group hug with Wudo.
Yeah. Group hug.
Yeah.
Group hug with Wudo.
He sort of is like, ooh, 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 and just gives a big group hug.
Cute.
We're gonna keep walking, but if you're safe here and you feel happy,
Yeah.
He just goes, Udo.
Cool.
Just waves.
Nice.
that was fun.
Bye.
And he sort of like unplants himself and just started waddling back down the road.
That's cool.
That's cute.
Darn it. Alright. Keep on walking.
Continue onward.
Down the path.
So roughly what time is it now? Like evening?
After that amount of time, it's probably like, yeah, probably 5 or 6. The sun's starting to go down.
Okay.
Well, let's cover a little more ground because we're
I was gonna say-
super close.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
see with a 15 what's around us and like potential places that we could maybe set up camp.
Okay. You guys are, having made your way down the path for a long time, you can no longer really see the mountains. They're a good long ways behind you to the southeast. But you do see a very faint glow out in the distance of just this big orange ball on the top of like a massive like tower almost.
Now that Are we still walking? Do we want to walk a little more? I
Yeah,
feel like if
yeah.
we do a little more, we can maybe make it to town tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down to
Okay.
keep
Sure.
covering some ground.
Cool.
Walk until like.
Like just before the sun goes down, or like right
Right
after it goes down.
Okay, I could even have like
Maybe
mortar
it's like
act as like a lantern maybe if we needed more light.
Okay.
Walk to like 8.
Can
we just
I-
fire like a stick
Yeah, we could do that.
torch?
Can I ask one more time?
Have
Now that
William
it's-
walk with a torch.
Yeah, now that the day's
Now that
almost
it's
over.
the
Yeah.
day's almost over, heal our puppies.
Ding ding.
All right, let me
Well,
send
they have
out.
to get 'em
out
Let me
first.
send out our
Put mine
houndors.
out
Okay.
too.
Have Moana ring her little bell.
Okay. Moana sort of pokes her little head out the backpack and just goes, ding-a-ling-ling, ding-a-ling, ding, ding, ding. And both houndors just kind of like lull their eyes open.
They were waiting.
Sort of look at you. They start out
And
kind of
the
like
Keenan
angry,
and Kel
Hey.
game starts
and then
playing.
they sort of see each of you and relax a little bit.
Okay.
Hi.
Cool. Can we wrap his leg, his broken one?
Frick yeah, more cleansing.
Is he gonna start to bleed if I don't do anything about it?
It's got a lot of holes.
Phoebe sort of spent some time putting gauze on the open wounds, so
yeah.
they're not getting any worse.
Yeah. So 14. She's trying to nurse
14.
my houndor's broken leg.
Okay. It is currently sort of wrapped, and the best you can do with your stuff is like a makeshift cast. He won't let you stretch it. He refuses.
Like he's holding it limp.
Mhm.
Kind of
He is holding it in a limp.
Well, it's
He
too
just
late
was for
that.
like an entire day.
Now that he's at least conscious, kind of fill him in on what happened
Yeah.
and tell him that his leg's injured. And but if he wants to spend some time with the team or if he wants to rest in the Pokeball, so I just like hold out the Pokeball if he wants to go back in or if he
He
wants.
kind of puts
One
his
piece of
nose up at
popcorn.
it
Okay, cool.
and sort of like hobbles over to
Kill other
Kel.
Houndor.
His home.
And they kind of like lean up against each other and they're like rubbing on one another. And like, yeah, what's up?
Do we know? Are they both
Rub it
boys?
down,
Both
down,
girls,
down.
one each.
You want to investigate?
You should
Investigate their
lift up their
genitals.
legs.
I don't know where the genitals are apparently, so
You don't know where anything is. You can't see.
yeah.
Yo, it's just
Just every roll. every roll
The
that
sun is in
meets
my
your
eyes as
eyes.
it crests over the mountain.
Crash is
You're
gonna
just trying
kinda
to peep without being obvious.
walk up slowly, but like friendly, as friendly as he can be.
Okay.
Be like, hey, sorry about
He's
that.
got the full open jaws, like, ah! And they're both like, oh! They kind of growl nervously.
Crash, bro, you gotta chill. He's like,
He's like,
not open the mouth.
he like closes it a little bit, looks back at you, he's like,
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
better.
sharpening his teeth. He's like, no, I got this.
That's
They're
better.
fine.
That's better. bro.
yeah, finish the job. I got you, I understand.
I'll kill him for you, boss. Don't even worry. No.
I'll put him in the ground. It's fine.
Oh, don't do that.
Jesus. Alright, so we'll walk and they can walk with each other
Sure.
for a little bit.
Your Houndor is just kind of hobbling slowly alongside the group. You guys probably have to move at like a half pace.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna tell the Houndor that we're gonna go till we're gonna find a campsite and then we'll send them back out and they can chill together.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Because I don't want him to hurt his leg anymore.
Okay. They kind of growl at you a little bit and then they go in the vault.
Alright, I'm gonna tell
It's fine, you.
I'm your papa.
Evinrude to look for do a perception to see if there's like a good spot to make camp.
Okay.
No, not.
No advantage, sir.
Oh, you're
You
right.
have an ability.
Compound
Don't forget.
eyes.
What?
Yeah. 11.
11. Okay. Evinrude flits up into the sky and is gone for like 10-15 minutes. And then just sort of like buzzes back down from behind you. Seems to have like gone back to where you were, seeing that you're not there anymore. Like flits up the path to find you. And then just continues on ahead of you.
Like leading.
Looking back every like 15 feet.
Let's follow him.
Yeah, let's
Follow
follow him for
him.
sure.
Follow him and
He's the blue one, right?
Mhm.
Alright, we'll follow him.
Okay. He takes you to like a very small stream. There's a natural sort of cave off to the side of this
nice.
path.
Hell yes.
Good work.
Luxury.
Crash.
What
Beelines
luxury?
right for the water, jumps right in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an
Crash goes
all-night
swimming.
I'm gonna follow him and do the same thing.
Okay. Crash and CJ go swimming.
Alright, we'll start setting up our tents or sleeping stuff. Are we
Right.
sleeping in the cave?
I was going to. Like, on the edge of it.
Yeah, I
Is it
think we
deep?
should
Can you
at
see
least
into
use
it?
it for
That's
cover.
definitely
Can
the
you see
natural
into it?
progression
It's
of what
dark,
me and Crash are gonna do.
So
So
you could, in theory.
Can you, like...
I think Crash should check.
Yeah,
And
I'll send
mortar?
I'll send out mortar at
Like
the
the cave.
Noise.
mouth of the cave,
Okay.
Light
and
it up.
then with like tell him to light up the cave. Can it
Light
can
it
it do
up.
that? Like not like blow
Yeah.
fire into it, but like give us some, like a lantern kind
Yeah.
of thing.
He just kind of like ignites his arm.
Okay,
Just
and then
sort
can
of
I
holds it
do a
out.
perception thereafter to see what's in there, or do
Yeah.
I? Okay.
Absolutely.
11.
Okay. You see like 3 or 4 Zubats sort of hanging upside down in this cave. Not a whole lot else. Cave stretches back for probably 30, 40 feet.
Okay.
can we
Mostly
see?
going down.
Ugh.
That's interesting.
That's about as far as you can see just from the entrance, holding up a small torchlight.
I feel like if we camp like outside the mouth or like in the mouth of the cave, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Just, like, right on the rim.
Set up some campies.
After I set up my tent, can I look at the like little stream that Crash is swimming in to see if I can find any like Pokemon or anything?
Yeah.
My bad.
9.
Okay. You can see Crash sort of going after some small dark shapes in the water, but he's having very little luck. He's just sort of snapping wildly and flailing in this little pond.
All of his badassery was spent
Bruh,
in that battle
you're
earlier.
tired. Just chill.
He's like,
Take a seat.
We should probably go to bed, Crash.
he stops flailing, looks at you, gives you kind of like a dirty glare.
Come
and
on,
just
man. Let's go.
Are we set up as camp set up?
Yeah, we'll say probably 20, 30 minutes later.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll send
camp
out
set
my
up.
hound door.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
If you're in the water, if you
Go
want
on,
to tell
no,
me. to do
yeah.
it.
I'm gonna,
Toss
go
it to
off.
me.
Sure.
I'll recall mortar.
Okay.
We're making our way to our tent anyway.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll recall Yanma.
Okay. Are you guys setting up camp in the cave, outside the
Like
cave?
just
Right,
outside,
outside,
right?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just out.
Okay.
I have my Pokemon out because they're just meeting each other really like officially for the first time.
Okay. Houndor is
Voice.
letting off 5 feet of bright light.
Oh,
Sweet.
sweet.
So ours together, we get 20.
Wow.
50.
No.
Just
So,
5 feet each. They're kind of like small torches.
Cool.
They're very warm.
Mila,
Yeah.
I know in the mornings you do your training with Monty, and I was wondering if me and Evinrude could join.
Absolutely. Can you do morning watch with me?
Yeah?
I'd love that.
Alright. Well, good night until then.
I'm going to sleep. Do you want to keep my dude up with your dude for a while?
Well, if I'm
Are you
going
gonna go to bed
yeah,
too?
I'm doing morning watch.
Okay, then I'll bring him back.
Who's on first watch? I
Who's
can't
doing
ask
that
because I'm
watch?
asleep.
Yeah, I'm also asleep, so.
I can do it.
Doing it again. Have you done a
Yeah.
watch yet?
Yeah.
And I'll
Oh,
shit
yeah.
my pants while I
The
do
night's
it.
watch.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So Tegan's on first watch
Tired.
with Moana and Koa.
Here comes
I'm just gonna be
God.
sketching out the whole time.
Yeah, the drugs are wearing off. You're like,
That
"Whoa."
have been a bad idea.
You're starting to understand that it's not that bad.
Didn't sound like there were any trees
Everything
around, so I
is
think you should be okay.
I just hear
Something.
As Tegan spends some time sort of flipping
Oh.
through her list of
First or
Pokemon that she's heard of, your watch passes uneventfully.
Perfect.
Moana and Koa are kind of playing with each other for a little while. And then Koa eventually just passes out and like shows his belly to you and is like, please, all the pets.
I blush.
Who is taking second watch?
2 of us.
You are
Bentley
third
and
watch.
Milo.
I'm
Yeah, that's
third
morning.
watch.
Who is taking
Oh.
second
Oh.
watch?
We camped up.
Okay.
I
Oh
thought
my
it was
God.
only ever 2.
3
Okay.
watches. Goodness.
It's a long night.
It's becoming
doing-
winter.
who's doing
Winter's
the second
coming.
Phoebe.
Phoebes. As Phoebe awakens, and you're like, bedtime. Sick. Koa's like, yeah, bedtime. And Moana's just been passed out for like hours. She's just
I've
like,
swallowed her already.
she's just in a
She
blanket.
went to bed when everyone else did.
I'm gonna train with Nubster and William this time.
Okay.
William's gonna try and catch little ice shards.
Nice.
So have Nubster roll an attack.
That'd be interesting.
Just Odell Beckham William.
14.
I believe 14 hits William.
Yes, it
Yes.
does.
So have William make a dexterity check.
William.
16 plus.
This is dexterity.
the
Plus
second
2.
one, so-
18.
Okay. William is able to catch the ice shard with no
Nice.
damage to himself.
Nice.
Baller.
Sick.
High five, William!
He high fives you, and there's just ice in his hand, and he's like, sort of shatters, and he's like, whoops.
Into like confetti.
He's scrambling to catch them
Yeah.
again.
Scoops the little shards into his nasty chef hat now.
Oh, that thing needs to be washed.
It's all muddy
Oh,
and
yeah.
gross.
Maybe
You should
wash
wash
that thing
it.
in the stream.
Yeah. Alright, William, let's go wash your hat.
He's like,
William, you're gonna get fungus.
That's
It's something he wants. You're
he sort of
enticing him.
scampers over to a tree and is like, no.
William.
No.
William.
Tell me to last longer. Keep it clean.
William, get down from this tree.
He goes further up, and he's like, no.
I'll send dumpster after you.
He's like, he just holds his hand out ready to catch another ice shard.
You trained him to become
Bastard.
defiant.
Such a whole turtle. Demon centred.
Can she do like an animal handling thing to get him out of the tree?
That's true.
21.
21.
Okay. You eventually, with a series of trinkets, bribe him down the tree slowly.
I put my foot down.
He doesn't listen to any kind of taunts, but you're like, all right, fine. Here's like a peanut, and he's like, oh. He gets like a little bit closer, and you're like, yeah, here's a shoelace. Yeah, come on. And he's like, oh. He finally jumps up to grab it, and you trade him for the hat, and he's like, oh. And he's just holding like a peanut and a shoelace, and you've got his hat. And he's very sad.
I'm gonna go wash it.
Okay.
You're gonna dump it though? Yeah. I'm gonna dump the stuff on the side.
Okay.
It takes about 5
3
minutes
rocks,
to dump.
4 sticks,
Yeah, correct.
several like pennies that he's just found, a
Couple
few
pieces.
buttons, a pine cone,
Nice.
and a left boot.
What? William, who? Whose boot did you take?
He's
Why?
just like kind of looks away, shoves his feet on the floor.
It's so cute. Jesus.
There's some dude getting out of a tent somewhere. He's like, oh, what the hell?
I remember a fisherman we woke up.
God. William. Whoopsie.
You gonna wash it?
Yeah.
Do a laundry check.
Get out of here.
What was that? Constitution?
You are able to clean the hat with
Alright.
relative ease as William sort of tries to sneak around you and steal it back.
You put the stuff back in it?
Yeah. I give it back to him.
Okay. He starts pocketing things again. It's just like.
We need to remember to do intermittent checks of the hat just to see what kinds of goods he's
Might have
got.
something
Yeah.
amazing in
Yeah.
there.
Like, we have no use for a left boot and pennies, but
You never
Maybe.
know.
Is
I
he
have a
all-
shank in there one time.
Is he all thankful for what?
William's
That
like
the hat's
whittled
clean?
down the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
Does he care?
He seems largely indifferent.
No, okay. It's like rubbing it on, put his scent bag on it.
marking his territory.
Like goof.
Otherwise, Phoebe, your watch passes largely uneventfully. You're just kind
His
of
favorite
wrestling
words
with
down to me.
William.
And 10 spiders show up and everyone dies. Alright.
Sweet.
You waking us up?
Yeah.
Waking me up, and then I'll wake Bentley up.
Okay.
Hey Bentley,
yep.
you regretting that choice?
I'm pretty ruddy tired, yes, but I'm ready to train Evan Rude with you. I'm anxious to see what Monty's morning ritual is.
Alright, sweet. So I'm really just focusing on his speed right now, just because that's the biggest difference right now between him and the Pidgeys. So Evenrude looks pretty quick. Do you want to have a little race?
Sounds great. I
Um,
send out Evan Rude.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe 50 feet away. Is there a tree I pick out that's about 50 feet away?
Sure.
And that's the tree, circle around it, come back. And we'll just start there and see what happens.
All right, did you get that, Evan Rude? And he kind of buzzes and nods.
Sort of clicks his little mouth together.
Oh, goody. A raise.
What do we do, boss?
So we're gonna do a ready, set, go. On go, they'll go.
Alright.
Did they go yet? Because you said go for it.
No, I was explaining the rules.
Are you ready?
How about we
Say
roll
go 10
every
first.
dice and whoever rolls the,
Oh my
the
God.
highest wins?
How do
Sure.
you want to do it? All of them?
Yeah.
Take a whole set of dice.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
This is what DMs call.
can we-
You may roll all your dice.
Can we take out this one? Because this is the thing
Okay.
that, like,
Yeah.
if someone rolls a 90, no matter what.
No, that's a 9.
Oh, just a 9
Yep.
instead of a 90? Okay.
Yep.
That's fair.
Don't count it as that. That's stupid.
Okay.
Oh, 100. I got a 5.
Ready?
Shoot.
Set! Go!
Because by all accounts, Yanma would crush this.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, I was like, are they gonna roll dice?
He has a
Yeah,
higher
they're just gonna be
base. He has a higher fly speed and a higher dexterity. So no matter what you do,
like,
Yanma would in theory win.
44.
34.
Okay.
Well, and it worked out.
True to life.
Yeah.
Zipping
Zipping away. That was
As
close.
Evinrude and Monty are on the starting line, you're kind of like, go! And they just. And you watch as Yanma just. Long past Monty's, he's like, what the heck? And Monty's like, trying to keep up as Yanma's just like, just around the tree. As Monty's cresting around the tree, Yanma is back at Bentley's side.
Oh my god.
wrecked.
As Evinrude's just kind of like,
Dude's got some speed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Monty did a pretty good job trying to keep up with him.
Put my glove up as he lands, and
Monty's kind of like, comes in for a
you
landing.
gave it your best. This is a fast bug, my friend.
And he's kind of like,
Jeez Louise. Round 2?
Best 2 out of 3.
Let's do it.
Monty just looks at Evinrude, just goes, ah! And Evinrude's like,
This time, just to see if it helps, I'm going to take his little mail backpack off.
okay.
Just
I'm gonna laugh if you get like 130. Be like, you've hindered me no longer.
What's a 0 in this
A 10.
case? Okay.
What's a 0? 10. I got a 6. Why'd you ask?
36.
You totally beat me. 12, 15, 22, 24, 25, 26, 36.
What?
Tied? You guys tied?
Tied.
That is ridiculous.
Like-
that is absolutely
All
ridiculous.
dice tie? That's crazy.
Like Goku
That's
taking off the
insane.
training weights. The mailbag hits the floor with a thud. As Monty's just
What?
like, just looks at Evinrude, and they kind of lock eyes and nod, and it's like Flash versus Superman. They're just.
Oh, it's so cool.
And as Monty's landing on your glove, which is what you consider to be the ending round, Evinrude just sort of like blitzes past, and they just. It's like a photo finish. You guys are totally unsure who actually won.
So sick.
Amazing.
That's beyond cool. Just an exact tie after you take off the male backpack.
That's legit. Do you even want to do another round? How about I'll do Ladybug. We'll do
Okay.
Violet versus Evenrude for round 3.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Monty's huffing and puffing after that.
Ending it on a tie, that's crazy.
I'm gonna send Violet out, and then
Okay.
we'll give it one more go. Do I get her D3?
Her D3 is for David.
Okay. Ready? Set. Go.
It's another one that, by all accounts, Yanma should just.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm coming. Here we go. Ladybug's on the case. Be like if you put a hop up in there. Just be like,
I
yeah.
was just warming up. 50.
28.
Oh, wow.
As
Man.
Evinrude, ready for another race with Monty, sees this little ladybug and is like, okay. As Violet's like, start, go. Just gone. And as Ladybug's about halfway to the tree, just rounds the corner and is like, what? And as Evinrude flies back, Ladybug does like a quick spin and is like, whoa, jeez, and just starts flying back to you and is like, I got nothing.
Good try, Violet. I'll call her back into the Pokemon.
Toasted.
And then I'll put Monty's little backpack back on.
Okay. Monty puts it on and you can see he's kind of like, just like leaning off to one side.
It almost seems like you don't need much training. I'm the one that still needs work.
Well, I'd like to continue this little trend. These are fun little races.
That was an amazing round 2.
Indeed.
The rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
That's canon, he said.
Yeah, you said
All
it,
right.
so moving on.
Mhm.
Okay, thank God.
Chill.
No one dies.
Cool.
As
Wake
the sun
everyone else
rises, you guys watch as probably 30 or 40 Zubat flit their way into the cave over your heads.
Oh, snap.
up. Sweet. Nature, guys. Isn't it neat?
It's nature.
Sweet. So let's put away our tents and get walking. I think we can make it there today, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, we got this.
Let's go.
Shaw.
Hi-ho.
Let's go.
We'll just continue right on down the path.
Yeah, go back on the path and keep on walking.
Let's go right towards that massive tower.
Alright.
Yep.
As you guys are making your way down, you see an outdoor little, like,
Outhouse.
makeshift chess table carved into a tree stump. You can see 2 individuals sitting, you're probably 2-3 hours away from where you camped.
Okay.
And you can see 2 individuals currently engaged in a battle of wits at this little outdoor chess table.
What do they look like?
They made the board out of the tree stump.
Mm-hmm. They kind of like carved it in there.
Cool.
No, it could be our friend.
What do they look like?
One of them is wearing like a long sort of duster coat and big black boots and a backwards like baseball cap. He kind of looks like a douche. And the guy across from him is wearing just like a tank top and some basic shorts. He's
Also a douche.
totally bald. And just like flip flops. And they're just sitting there, just engaged totally with each other, just playing chess.
Tank top, flip flops. Does that sound like a chess player? But never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Everybody can play chess.
Just gotta know the rules.
They're just staring.
Forward.
Dude.
Okay. You guys want to talk to me?
I don't.
What are you
Of
guys-
course you don't.
I kind of don't want to either.
I don't know.
Interrupt their game, and they also seem kind of sketch. Anyone with a duster from now on, I'm just like, yeah, let's maybe not engage
It's
after
the duster.
Huh?
It's the duster.
It is, yeah. Well, that was what the Team Rocket guy had. And
Does he have a shirt on underneath the duster?
Yeah. Yes, he does. He's
Is there
not
a big
just.
old R on it.
It does not have a big old R on it.
Okay. Well, I'm still not gonna talk to
Sort of
Blow
skull
past
on it.
him.
Yeah. Just walk past him. Are we good? Do you want to talk to him?
No.
Do you want to talk to him? Keep
Okay.
on walking.
Is you guys nervous or you're just like,
Yep.
engage? You can hear the bald guy just go, God, that was a good move. That was a really good move. And the guy in the duster coat's like, yeah, totally aced you right there. Give me that queen. Let's go. I got you. He just knocks it over and he's like, that's right. That's how this is done.
Just a couple
They
of
otherwise they don't
degenerate
engage
boys.
with you guys. They're just playing chess.
I was just making a joke about their accents. I like their accents.
So we're going to continue to not
I
address
don't
them.
want to talk to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Antisocial.
As you guys walk by, you can hear one of the guys just goes, checkmate, loser. I got you. Knight to e6. And he's like, I didn't even see that. I didn't notice.
These guys.
He's like, we're settling this one with a Pokemon fight. He's like, you already owe me $26 for my last one. I'm not fighting you until you pay up. He's like, come on, dude. It's just like a Pokemon fight. We'll settle my debt, all right? I win. Debt's settled. You win. You buy me lunch. He's like, and the guy just goes, wait a second. That's backwards, and you know it. And he goes, I was hoping you weren't paying attention.
These characters are
We're gonna
fun.
see somebody
Yes.
get their like
Yeah, we-
kneecaps
fantastic.
We have
broken.
to turn
I'm
around now.
definitely-
I'm
definitely
slowing
intrigued.
down. I'm
I-
more intrigued now.
I mentally heard Pokemon Battle just immediately.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
I'm intrigued at this point.
Okay.
too.
The two
I'm
guys just
following
go,
them.
all right, fine. Actual rules of the tournament. If I win, my debts are settled. If you win, I will pay you immediately. We will walk to town. I will pay you. And he's like, I don't trust you, but fine. We will do battle.
Sick.
Come to find out they're brothers.
Probably.
I don't know who to root for.
Are you
Alright.
watching from the shadows, or
Well, I think we're just up the path and then flipped around to like watch them have this discussion.
Let's go. Hey, you kids. You wanna? Can one of you officiate a Pokemon battle?
Bentley?
that's you?
That's
I
you.
have 0.
Yeah,
No
I can do
experience
it.
with
My
that.
name's Bentley Woods. I know a thing or two about competitive battling, I guess.
He's like, fantastic. All right, come here, kid. My name is Lucas. That is Ryan. You will be adjudicating this match today.
Since he pointed, can we know which one's which?
Yes,
Who's Duster
Lucas. Lucas is Duster Coat. Ryan is bald guy.
I knew it.
Are they like
Ryan is
roughly
Beach
the
Boy.
same
The right
age?
voice there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look like they
Ryan
could be
will take
related,
that.
or they're just like best friends, and they've just started to resemble each other slowly.
Over time.
Yeah. Ryan walks out and just goes, "Come on, Lightyear, we can do this." And he
Oh.
throws out an Electabuzz.
That's pretty cool.
He watches.
Oh,
Lucas
it's
goes,
light years.
All right, boys. Spud, Pops, I'm counting on you. And he throws out an Oddish and a Bellsprout.
Oh god.
And he's like, all right, boys. Together we can do this. We got him this time. I know the last 26 times he has bested us. But this time, we have got him. This time we have got him.
Okay.
We have the numbers. We have the skills. We can do this. Kid, I'm counting on you to be a fair and just adjudicator of this match today.
Yeah, well, to that point, you okay with 2-on-1 battle? And I'm asking the guy with the
Yeah.
Electabuzz.
He goes,
This one? Yeah.
oh yeah, he does this all the time.
It's kind of what I thought, but I just wanted to ask anyway. All right.
He just looks up and goes, you hear that, Lucas? This guy, even this kid thinks your Pokemon are lame. He's like, that is not true. That's not what he said. That is not true.
This guy has my back.
All right, it's time for initiatives.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, let's go, Spud. Let's go, Spud.
Spud the Oddish.
Spud is, yes, Spud is the Oddish.
What was the other one's name?
Pops.
Pops the Bellsprout.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be a bloodbath.
Spud will be going first. Joel, do you want to be Spud?
Sure.
Do you want to roll Spud's
I'll roll
attacks?
for Spud.
Okay.
roll for
Spud has a +3 to hit with Vine Whip. Top of the round is Spud.
Okay. Spud's gonna lay out the grassy terrain.
Okay.
Is that a bonus action?
That is a full action.
Okay.
This is
Grassy
full
terrain.
Boom. He's like, yo, Spud, hit him with the grassy terrain, bud. And he just,
Spud Bud.
He's my Spud bud.
as moss and sort of vines start to grow out of the ground, the Electabuzz is sort of like, just angrily starts stomping as his feet start hurting. Pops.
What's the other attack?
Ride with a bullet seed.
Started off, right?
Hit it with a bullet seed.
Yeah.
Hit him up, dog.
Yeah. Going for bullet seed. So
Yeah.
Do 1d4.
Oh, immediately?
No,
This-
he-
no, yeah, do 1d4.
Okay.
Roll that. So he's making 3 attacks. So
Nice.
now you're rolling to hit with the 3 attacks.
Cool.
Oh, I see.
14.
That's 17,
17.
Okay, hits.
22, and a 15.
Okay. All hit.
Oh,
So
Whoa.
1d4 for each of them.
1d4 for each.
Spud!
That's
For
4.
Pops.
That's 4. That's 3.
That's solid.
4, 4, and 3?
11
So 11.
Which
Solid start.
Bullet
Sprout?
seed, yeah.
Damn.
Okay. As Pop's standing on the restorative moss, you watch as his leaves grow like a little bit larger and the little twigs that he's standing on just get a little bit bulkier. He just goes, and just seeds just start flying out of his mouth. And you watch as the Electabuzz is sort of like shielding his eyes. This appears to be the best that Spud and Pops have ever done against.
It sounds like it.
Immediately.
2 turns later, this is immediately the best I've ever done.
On Electabuzz's turn, actually, you can do it
takes
if you want to.
damage,
Go ahead and roll a d4.
For another 4 damage.
Boom! You watch as the moss is sort of like burning the bottom of his feet, and there's like a little bit of steam rising up.
If this is any sort of precursor to your Houndours, this is good news. Jeez.
Okay.
Fried.
On
Yeah.
on Lightyear's turn, he just sort of waddles up, pulls back one big fist, and it watches lightning starts to sort of crackle off his
So
fist.
sick.
And he just walks right up to Pops. And misses.
Oh!
As he just punches square into the ground and Pops goes sort of leaping back on its little twigs. And as he lands, you watch as he sort of like restores a little bit again. You watch as Electabuzz' feet start to burn once more.
Sweet.
Brings us back to Spud.
Alright, Spud's gonna hit him with a Vine Whip.
Get him.
And try to grapple him.
Get him.
With a... Oh, so close. A 7 to hit.
7 will miss. And he's got
I don't get
to
advantage on that. Just like abilities and stuff.
Just ability checks and saving throws.
Okay.
So close.
Shoot.
As Spud lets out a barrage of vines towards the Electabuzz, who's just sort of stomping wildly, he grabs onto the vines and attempts to pull Spud forward, who just detaches the vines, lets him go.
Smart.
Pops
Can Pops do a grapple too?
He's Vine.
with Vine Whip.
Okay, I'm gonna try to Vine Whip since
Okay.
he's close, right?
Nice.
He's like right up on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to Vine Whip.
Okay.
What's that,
For
plus
a-
15?
Plus 4.
Yeah, so it's 15.
Hits.
Sweet. It's a
1d8.
1d8.
Son. Pops. Go.
6.
6.
Is he grappled?
You need to
Yeah,
make
that's it.
a strength check with advantage. And he makes a strength check.
Okay. Try that again.
18.
18 beats the Electabuzz.
Oh, Pops came to play.
As Pops just whoosh, whips onto Electabuzz's arms and legs, holding him in place, and just sort of like pins him into the ground with vines. Watch as he's like, "Ah!"
It's Electabuzz's turn. Lightyear's turn.
It is Lightyear's turn.
He's taken 3 damage from
He
the
takes
grassy terrain.
3 damage from the grassy terrain.
He's gotta be a tank.
Spud Pops.
He starts to light up his fists, and you watch as the lightning sort of starts to travel up Spud's vines. That is an 18 to hit. I don't think I gave you guys their armor class, but
I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume that hits.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely is gonna
That
hit.
does not.
Oh my god.
Spud!
Spud takes 9
Spud is a
points
stud.
of lightning damage and needs to make a concentration check for the grassy terrain
Advantage.
with advantage because you were inside.
19.
19.
A raw 19.
That'll do.
And a 19.
Okay, yeah, that'll do. Spud is able to keep the grassy terrain up despite being
It's clutch.
the target of some damage.
Okay.
Although I think technically that would have been Pops. But we'll say
Yeah,
it's fine.
are you
'Cause
saying
Pops
for the
is-
grapple?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But either way, it's fine. Is what it is. It's hard when I'm running
Yeah.
2 NPCs and you guys are running their stuff.
That's fair.
Who
My
cares?
turn?
Yeah.
Spud's
Brings
turn?
us to Spud.
Alright, Spud's gonna heal 1 HP
Way to go,
from
Spud.
the grassy terrain and then also try to Vine Whip
Okay.
Lightyear.
He has advantage because Lightyear is grappled.
13. On the to hit.
Okay. Yeah, 13 hits.
Oh.
13 exactly hits.
Sweet. For 3 damage. And then we'll do the check to see if he's grappled by me too, or can he not be grappled by
He can be grappled by one of you, so you
Okay.
can choose if you'd rather have it or if you'd rather
Do you
let
want to
Pops
switch to me so you can bullet seed him again?
Not opposed. Can we do that? Like I can like kind of push him at him and he'll just grab onto him.
Mhm.
Cool.
Well, I mean, since his turn's over, he can
Yeah.
just be the one grappling. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
up to
Do
you.
you have to do it again, or does it just transfer? Because he failed the check.
Yeah, he failed his check.
So I'm like grappling him, and then he's letting go, so he's still grappled.
Yep. So he's basically just like double wrapped up, and then one set of vines retracts as
Good job,
Pops goes
Pops.
in for his turn.
Cool. Pops is gonna circle around and go in for another bullet seed with 4.
4 attacks.
4
coming
hits.
in.
Here we go.
Natural
20.
20.
20. 8.
11, 15, and 8.
So 2 hits, one of which is a crit.
Wow. Make it count. So 6.
6.
For
4.
another 10 damage.
Pops is
crap.
balling right now.
As
little
Pops
ball
comes out with a, you watch as Lightyear is just sort of pinned down. You watch as all these seeds just like pepper him in the eyes and like in the chest. He's just like roaring, trying to break free of the vines. Let's see if he breaks free of the vines. That's a natural 20.
Pissed.
Oh wow.
Pissed.
He takes 1 damage.
He takes
from
1
the
damage.
grassy terrain.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
And he runs over to Spud
She's like, fucking Bellsprout. Just
Rips those
and misses.
spines
That's so good. That's so good. As he runs over and just goes, "Argh!" Just both hands down. Spud just sort of kicks up a little bit of moss and sort of like kicks away, and the fists just collide with earth.
sick.
That brings us to Spud,
Alright,
who
Spud
regains some hit points.
is going to regain another HP. And is going to Vine Whip him again.
All right,
For a 16 to hit.
16 hits. Go ahead and make your strength check with advantage.
Whittling him
He
away.
did 2 damage
Okay.
on the Vine Whip.
Oh.
12.
12
Grapple.
barely succeeds.
Oh, yes!
Snap.
Oh my god.
Barely beats the
Little
11.
plants.
So Pops is now grappled.
No, Electabuzz.
Or sorry,
Lightyear.
Lightyear is now grappled. I'm looking at too many names. Lightyear is grappled.
Yes.
Pops, it's your go.
Coming for another bullet seed.
Something I forgot. Bullet Seed has advantage when he's grappled.
Oh,
So,
snap.
I forgot that.
So,
Alright. Not that you needed it, you got a crit, but
so does that mean I roll this again? Or?
No.
Okay.
That's
so
3 hits.
attacks coming
3
in.
attacks.
These are advantage.
Yes,
Yeah.
these are made with advantage.
Oh, God. Okay, roll it again. 12.
12 misses.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, that hits.
Thank God for advantage. 17.
2 hits.
Jesus.
2.
4 more damage.
Okay. 4 more damage coming into Lightyear, who's just again pinned to the ground with his fists just sort of stuck in place as he's furiously trying to break free. As these little seeds just start peppering him again, and he's like, "Ah! Ah!" and he just can't quite break out. That is a 15 to escape the grapple.
And 4 damage from grassy terrain.
Okay.
Do I have to roll my
Yes.
check again? Okay. I roll forever. 11.
Okay, so he is able to break the grapple.
Darn it.
He runs over to Pops. 2 fists up in the air. And misses.
Oh my god!
Demon voice, the curse.
So angry.
Lightyear just
Any
like
contact.
furious tears streaming down his face. Lightning's just arcing off his body in all directions. Just
Like-
cannot make contact.
Pops is like deflating into the ground and like jumping over.
He's like, whoa. Brings us to Spud, who regains
3 HP.
Oh,
3
wow.
HP.
And I'm
Spud's
my
looking
only
great.
move again and Vine Whip him.
Get him.
It's a 16. Oh, 16. Because I'm not
Yeah,
at
it's not
advantage.
a
Yeah,
it's not
it's
a
not
hit.
a
16.
It's still hit.
16 hits.
For 5 damage.
Woo!
And
Oh!
Natural 20 on the grapple.
You almost
5
grabbed
on the
it.
resist.
You almost grabbed it and it popped back. That was amazing. It was
Oh
like
my
8.
God.
No, 20.
So Lightyear is now incredibly grappled.
So does that mean like he
Just furious tears pouring down his face, like, ah!
Pissed.
You watch as even Ryan's kind of like, come on, dude, get up. They're plants. Just kill them. And Lucas is like, come on, boys, let's go. Finish this strong. We're doing great. Oh my god.
So it's Pop's turn, right?
Pops' turn.
She got a bullet seed again, right?
Get him.
Yeah.
She got it.
All those advantage rolls.
3
attacks.
coming in.
Hit him. Get some crits.
Nope. Thank God.
Yep.
There you go. That's a 19.
19.
Another 19, but we have 19 again.
Okay.
And a 17.
All 3 hit.
Here we go.
Unbelievable.
Yeah!
2, so 6. 7 damage.
Just chipping away. Just chipping away.
Lightyear,
work.
with the clear advantage, now has less HP than Spud and Pops.
Wow!
oh my god.
And Pops has not been hit.
And he's
yet.
like
my
super
God.
grappled, right? Because
He
that
is
was a crit.
super grappled. On Lightyear's turn, having been peppered into the ground,
Takes 4 damage. from
takes
grassy
4
terrain.
damage. I'm so glad that Oddish is like overperforming expectations.
This is insane.
Can he break the grapple? He is at disadvantage on the check to do so. There's a 16 and a 1.
Oh!
So he is unable to break free. That puts his attacks at disadvantage.
I
Let's
feel
see
like
if he's
he's
able
more
to hit.
planned.
Wait, do I have to roll again for that?
Not on a natural one.
Oh.
He automatically fails.
Gotcha.
And that's a 6 and a 3 to hit you. So there's no
hits.
there is
No
nothing
hits.
happening out of Lightyear, who's just
like
flailing on the
strapped
ground.
to the ground.
He's just like crying at this point, just falling. He's like, ah!
Alright, Spud's turn.
Spud's turn.
Heal 2 HP.
Heal 2.
Wow.
Divine Whip him again. Oh, but he.
You have advantage because he's grappled.
God.
Wow.
17 to hit
Wow.
17 hit.
for 2 damage. Shucks.
Bud's just helping out.
Almost
He's
got
like,
him.
"Oh,
Pops. It's your go. As the restrained
bullet
Electabuzz
seed.
is just getting whipped by an Oddish.
Yeah, Pops is stay in range with the bullet seed. Coming in for another 3.
Get him.
Is this all advantage again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's still grappled.
Oh, that one's not good.
So 10. 14.
Oh. Should get advantage on
7.
Oh, not good. This
1
time.
hit.
2 natural ones on that. For
One.
1 damage.
Not good.
1 damage.
Not good.
He's out of ammo!
It looks like Pops is running out of seeds. He's like, and like a couple of them are just like limply falling to the ground.
Feed him a watermelon.
Lightyear's turn. He takes
Another 4 damage.
Wow.
Oh my God.
As he's running.
half of his remaining hit points. Can he break out of the grapple?
One punch.
19 and a 9. So no, probably not. Let's see.
Oh, I'm
You're
rolling.
at
You have to
advantage.
roll.
I'm just assuming that 9 is not going to be better than an advantage roll.
There's a 2.
Oh boy.
16.
Oh.
16 holds him. Okay, so his attack is at disadvantage. Here comes another Thunder Punch. 6 and a 1.
Wow.
As Lightyear just pounds his fists, and the lightning's trying to reach up the vines, and it just arcs off in random directions halfway up. Spud!
Heal 4 HP.
Spud is overhealed.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
full
gosh.
HP.
Spud is back to full.
Alright, Vine Whip, baby. Let's do it.
This is so
Hit him.
ridiculous.
17, go for it. Just end big. No, okay, 17 to hit.
Come on, for her! Oh.
2.
Pops is
so
gonna get
sick.
it. That's fine.
You're so close. One last whip
knock
to
on wood.
Electabuzz kind of knocks the wind out of him, and he's just like,
Take him out.
Pops.
Take him out. Take him
Bullet
out.
seed.
Yeah. Take him out.
5 attacks coming in!
Hit the reload.
Woo!
It's just like.
First one.
15.
Okay.
Thank God for advantage. 21.
It's so good.
16.
3 for 3.
18.
4 for 4.
Lord.
18.
5 for 5.
Okay.
5 for 5.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh my god.
4!
Let's see how overkilled he is.
1.
5.
8. 12. 14.
14.
How you want to do this?
Ah!
How does Pops the Bellsprout want to do
Do
this?
it together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it needs
Come
to
up
be a
with however
tag
you
team.
want.
For sure. So, Pops is gonna kind of circle towards Spud, and Spud's gonna kind of throw a vine out of the ground to propel Pops up in the air, and Pops is just gonna fucking unload right into what's his name's Lightyear's mouth and just fill him full of seeds.
Spud is also, while he's up there, as the seeds are coming out, going to chop them in half, so there's twice as many.
Let's go.
Fruit Ninja status.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Like
Perfect.
an Apache helicopter. Absolute death machine.
So Pops gets launched into the air. Bullet seeds are just raining down, and Spud's just slicing these seeds in half. As Lightyear's just getting not so much taken down, but just like humiliated, just covered in seeds, and he just like cries himself into a slumber.
Oh my god.
As Ryan's like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
You just settled that fatty death.
And Lucas is like, "Let's go, boys!
And
Drinks
I
are on, Ryan.
And I am
Let's
dying
go."
laughing.
That's
Just rolling
amazing.
around on the ground laughing.
And Bevan just
hysterically.
says, well, against all odds, Electabuzz is unable to battle, so Pops and Spud win.
Ryan's just like, "Oh It's like 6 months of gambling debt. This guy settles it in a match. Unbelievable.
After he's 1 in 26 now. Lucas.
You gotta start somewhere.
As Lucas is like, thank you for being a fair and just adjudicator. You can't deny it, he was. And Ryan's like, yeah, no, kid did great. Kid did great. Kid did great.
Those rolls.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Sick.
Lucas is like, we are riding high on the victory. Do you guys want to battle? I'll fight 2 of you.
Oh snap!
Should I humble this man?
Dude, should we Houndor it?
Oh, do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
I really hate
Oh,
it. We
yeah.
did. We long rested.
Does that mean that they're healed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, yeah.
Oh snap!
That is
I didn't
what
know
it
Yeah,
that.
do that.
So here's the
I thought
problem.
you had to heal them.
I don't want to, like, we just battled, so if
Yeah,
someone
I
else
don't-
wants to
yeah, I
battle,
don't wanna do it
we
again.
wanna-
I'm
Let's go for
so
it.
down to watch that. I don't care.
Nobody else
Throw
want
battle?
to do it?
Also, just for the sheer unintentional comedy factor of you guys rolling horrendously with your own Pokemon, I'm
And
for
losing-
it.
losing
I'm
to
Yeah.
Osh.
for it.
Losing
Yeah.
to Pops and-
Pops and Spud still at full health from
Yeah.
that battle. They didn't take a hit.
That's
Just,
sick.
oh yeah, I'll heal all that back, and we win with full health. Thanks.
That was beautiful.
I'd like to see a Phoebe Tegan battle, but
yeah, I'm down to let you guys do it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
you don't want to do it? Okay.
You guys should do your Houndor.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm down to see Houndor team
Alright.
up.
Let's do it.
I mean, we're
2 fire dogs against 2 plants.
let's go for
It's
it.
gonna go well. What's the?
What are the
I mean, do
stakes?
you have money?
If you
settled
lose, you
your
go
debts?
back into debt.
Lucas goes, hold on. I understand my financial situation has been brought to light in front of children. I understand this. We will battle for $10.
I have 8. You
Total?
have None.
$10 total.
I don't have any.
I can spot you guys if you lose.
I have 8, so.
Okay.
He is like, if
Just
If
because
I win-
want to see this.
if I win, you each pay me $5.
Okay.
If you win, I will pay each of you $5.
Okay.
And Ryan just goes, don't trust him. Don't trust him.
He's not gonna pay you.
Just don't trust him. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any money. He's got none. I beat this man for 6 months. He has no money to give. And Lucas just goes, don't worry about it. It's fine. I will pay you each $5.
I'll believe him.
That's
I don't know if he'll pay us, but I'll-
Also, it'd be
that would just
hilarious if he
happen.
honors that to you guys.
Yeah, let's
I
do
just
it.
want to see how these
hasn't
boys
been paying his
these
buddy
boys
or
do.
brother or whoever for 6 months.
Let's do it.
All right.
Can hand me
Are
my
you guys
back?
brothers?
He's like, no. I am not related to this man. No.
Okay.
Lucas is like, no, we're just best friends. He's like, no, we're acquaintances. We play chess in the park sometimes. So
Alright,
yeah.
2v2, let's do this.
Let's go.
Oh, Spud never fails to roll high.
7.
3.
Oh God.
Spud and Pops is starting.
So as they start the battle, I like sidle up to who's the dude with the Electabuzz?
Ryan?
That is Ryan.
Ryan. So I'll just like stand next to Ryan and start chatting about his Electabuzz.
He's like, yeah, no, he's usually a champion. He doesn't usually get pinned to the floor by 2 plants and
He's
shown
so
what the world
bitter.
is.
It's so great.
Love it.
Oh, he's just so,
So-
pissed.
I'm 7. He's 3.
7 and 3. Spud will lead us off. As Spud goes for grassy terrain.
Of course.
Clearly.
Absolutely.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Pops, however, will be going for a bullet seed.
How big is the grassy terrain?
It is a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
So it is just on the cusp of where you guys are starting.
Okay.
Incoming 4 attacks towards your Houndor. With the kind of gimpy leg.
We have the range. We can circumference that.
That is a
Number crunch
14,
Is it hit?
Yeah.
a 13,
Yep.
Yeah.
a 12,
No.
and a 19.
Yep. 3 hits. Dude, with how he's been rolling, I'm dead in 1 hit.
For a total of 6 damage.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
As
Yeah,
Pops
but-
just
Plants,
lets off
plants, plants.
another series of bullet seeds towards your Houndor, who's still kind of nursing that leg, and just sort of turns to the other direction and tries to just shield its already wounded its wounded leg, just taking it all in stride, right to the ribs. That brings us to the CJ Houndor.
I'm going in for Fire Fang.
Okay.
Um,
Would you like to attack Spud or Pops?
is Spud the one that's holding down
The terrain.
the terrain?
Yes.
Spud's got
So
the
then
terrain. Pops has the bullet seeds.
That's got to be Spud.
Bloody.
Alrighty.
Going after Spud with Fire Fang. Oh god.
12 to hit.
12 just misses.
Damn it!
As you come down for a fire fang on Spud, he just sort of ducks out of the way and dodges you.
These plants are unhittable.
So close.
Since nothing's happened, I'm going to start running around the perimeter of it.
Okay.
So I should make it half of the way. And then I'm going to howl and
Okay.
stick up.
Okay.
What does Howl do?
It
Boosts the
changed
damage of his
the
next
idea.
attack.
So if it was an 8, I roll a 10. If it's a 10, I roll a 12.
Got it.
Noise.
That is presuming that he hits.
Yes.
That's all you gotta do. Spud's turn.
And he kills
He
you.
goes for a bind whip.
Oh, no.
Whoosh. No.
Sweet.
Wait, doesn't he have advantage because he's in the sun?
Not
Oh,
on
not
attack
on
rolls.
attacks, right?
Not on attack rolls. On the grapple checks, yes, but he has to hit first. As he goes in for a swing, the vines start to wrap around Handor and just start to burn away, and he sort of recoils in pain. He's like,
Yeah.
that'll bring us to Pops, who, seeing that the vines didn't go so well, comes in for 2 bullet seeds. That is a 21
Oh wow.
and a 5
Sweet.
for 4 points
Wow.
of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Still going for.
Take 1 point of damage.
Okay. Gonna go up for Fire Fang on Spud again.
Okay.
Get him.
Hit him.
Please. 12.
Another 12. You're
Son
so
of a
close,
bitch.
dude. You're so close.
plants!
But Spud's just a little bit quicker.
Son of a bitch.
Just a little bit.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah,
and
that's
go
what I thought.
for-
That's why I was
I'll
like,
go for
this-
a bite on Spud. Frickin' Spud.
Because he has to grow the moss. And
Come
keep it grown out of himself.
on.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Unintentional comedy! Let's go!
As Keenan Dog's boosted bite comes in, you watch as his sharpened fangs just strike air. As both Spud and Pops are kind of like, whoops! You
Frickin'
missed!
plants.
Just Neo Matrix Bellsprout.
As Spud comes in, seeing a new target,
God.
goes for a vine whip.
2.
That's a 5. Does a miss.
God.
As the vine just whips into the ground next to you with little effect. Pops is like, I got this. 5 attacks.
Oh shit. At who?
5 attacks towards Keenan Dog.
Milos. Milos coming in.
That is a 19, a 10, an 11, and a 13.
2.
And a 19.
So 3 hits.
That is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
As Keenan Dog goes down, whack. Five barrages of seeds come out, 3 of which striking true into as Milo's Houndor just sort of like hiding its injured leg, just sort of shields itself and just goes down.
That would have killed you too.
Oh,
One
yeah.
down.
Oh yeah.
I should have known.
CJ's Houndor.
Yeah. Just gotta go for Fire Fang on Spud.
You do take 2 points of damage.
Fantastic. Now of what? 8.
7.
Fantastic. Here we go. Come on, hit. Another 9. Nope. Even worse.
Oh no! Oh no!
Jesus.
You guys are gonna lose to a chronic gambler.
It's a 5.
Oh no!
Was it worth it?
Oh yeah.
As,
It was so worth
They
it.
do
Not
not
have
have
chemistry with their dogs right
as
now.
the CJ Houndor sort of looks back at you, seeing the other one down, and is like, "Bro, what do I do?" And you're like, "Just bite him, I guess."
Try.
And he goes in for a fire fang, and as the flames are dripping off his maw, he just kind of looks back at you, unsure, and just strikes air, and is like,
I
"Ah."
should have known.
That was
What were we
bad.
thinking?
Yeah, it's a mistake.
as Spud goes in for a vine whip.
Drew was ready to curb stomp these two as Electabuzz, and then
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, that's a 23 to hit you.
Oh,
I'll
fantastic.
do it.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning
You're
damage.
still up.
And let's see, are you grappled? So go ahead and make a strength check for Houndor.
What's its strength modifier?
+1.
11.
I got a 12 and a 13 on advantage.
Bye.
As you are grappled.
You're gonna die to grassy terrain damage.
As
Incredible.
Pops comes in, seeing his opportunity, comes in for a vine whip at advantage.
I feel like both of these things are going to evolve after this
That's
battle.
a 16 to hit.
Probably.
Yeah.
1d8 damage is 3.
And
just
I'm
enough
out.
to... As Spud and Pops again at full health,
Take
clean
it
out
out.
another,
Dude.
taking all
Incredible.
comers.
What the heck?
As,
Unbelievable.
He's been swindling Lucas this whole time.
as
Lucas
Lucas,
sandbagging.
Lucas just leans down and goes, "Thank you very much, gentlemen, for the fight. I will take your payment
Oh my
in cash,
God.
card, credit, check, whatever you
Oh
got."
my god.
I got a rock. You want a rock?
I hate you.
Lucas is like, "If that's what you got, I will take what you have."
Alright, so I'll spot CJ the 5.
Alright.
He takes your rock.
Yep.
No, keep your 5.
You can have your money back.
Oh, he accepts the rock?
He accepted
He's
the
taking
rock.
what he has.
He's a lunatic.
Alright, I guess I give him. I give him
Stick.
$2.
You give him
That's all I
$2?
have.
Make a deception check.
I like that. Good call.
For a 12.
For a 12, he goes, "That is not all you got."
Oh.
As you open your wallet and you're like, 1, 2, and there's still bills in there, he's like, "No,
Alright.
I know you are a child, but I defeated you in
I
combat."
give him $5.
He's like, "Thank you very much.
3.
Kid, you should really work on getting some money, some funding."
Yeah.
And Ryan just goes, "Oh my god, so should you. You should just, if you just paid people, this wouldn't happen. So you'd be fine."
Please tell me that the plans evolve.
We'll say because of how well they did. A very dull green light surrounds Pops. And Lucas is like, "What is this? What is this green light? I have not seen this before." And you watch as Pops doesn't evolve, but just grows like a little bit bulkier. Just like a little bit
Nice.
stiffer.
Nice.
Beast
His
Pops.
leaves fill in and the
Gotta
twigs
have my
sort of like
Pops.
harden into sticks.
He's no longer Bellsprout. He's Beast Sprout.
Jesus.
I know no Bellsprout, only Beast Sprout.
I've lost every trainer battle I've ever gotten in.
Is that true? I thought you won one.
No.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Keep it going! Unintentional comedy!
Lucas!
Let's go!
Lucas
I
2.0.
lost to Lyle.
You are not scrappy.
I thought you had a battle before that.
That's not your
Or
turn.
after that. Oh.
We were going to, and then
Whoa.
CJ was next, and he picked a Team Rocket person, and
Yep.
we never got to finish the rounds.
Yeah. Although Violet did kick ass in the spider battle of
Yeah, she did.
the
Noise.
Yeah.
crazy wood
Oh well.
cowering
Well,
up
that
the
was
Koa.
fun.
Lucas just looks at you guys and goes, "I am sorry. Clearly my grass Pokemon are just too strong for this world. I should just take this to the professional circuit." And Ryan's like, "Oh my god, you win one time. One time you win. 26 losses, no problem. But one time you win, he's going pro." Unbelievable. This guy.
That was unbelievable. I'm
This guy.
so glad we stuck around to watch that.
Hey, hey Ryan, where'd you get your Electabuzz?
He's like, I work at a power plant. He was helping charge some things up, and one day he just followed me home.
Oh,
That's cool.
where was the power plant?
It's in Alluvia. It charges that giant, stupid tower.
Sick.
What does the tower do?
It just illuminates how greedy and selfish everyone in that town is.
You guys from there?
Touche.
He's like, "I'm not Lucas's." And Lucas is like, "He likes to shine poor light on our city, but it is a lovely place to be." He's like, "Yeah, it's full of people like him that don't pay their debts."
I wonder if there's just a fatty casino in Olivia.
Bet my last $3 and use it.
Just let it ride and like double it each time.
Sick.
Dang.
Well, thanks for A, the coolest battle I've ever watched,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
and B, kicking our butts.
Yeah. Ryan's like, yeah, I'm gonna go bury my head in the sand forever and just never see this man again. And Lucas is like, I am going pro. I will see you guys on the television. Have a good one. Thank you for the money and the rock.
He's gonna be like league champion.
You're welcome.
Bye, guys.
They're like, goodbye. I will see you when I am a professional battler. I will let them know that 5 kids wandered into town and made me famous.
Beautiful.
I mean, we kind of did.
All right. We'll leave them alone.
Rolling.
You guys travel ever onwards towards the massive orange monolith that symbolizes Aluvia's wealth and greed. You guys make your way to the city outskirts,
Cool.
and that's where we'll call it.
That's cool.
Having witnessed a bizarre encounter between 2 friends, our heroes have finally made their way to Alluvia.